Right, Shalom, Shalom, where the Hebrew Israelites here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, to speak about the coming back of our Lord Yahweh Shai, who's going to come back and take down this kingdom, all right, and uplift the true people that are supposed to be in rulership, which are you Israelites, okay, the true Israelites. So first and foremost, I want to give all praises going on.
To Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, HaKadosh.
Double lines to the apostles and elders, great millstone salutations, much love and respect to you out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. All right, so we had some brothers come up before, man, some Israelites, okay, from Levi, okay, and clearly he was inquiring. He never seen this before. So there's still Jakes out there who haven't seen this thing before. Get me Revelations the 14th chapter, okay? There's still Jakes that haven't seen this yet, but eventually all the elect will be sealed, okay? Because you're not getting no answers in the Christian church. Christian church ain't telling you nothing. Go ask the pastor to break down Revelations, the 12th chapter, see what he tells you, man. Oh, well, I'll get back to you, and he'll never get back to you. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 14 and verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many.
That's that mark, that father's name written in their foreheads. Get me Ezekiel 9 and 4. That's that mark. Okay? They're going to have a mark in their foreheads that's going to distinguish them from the rest of the people, the rest of the Israelites. All right? Just like even in World War I, right? It speaks about the prophecy. They had a mark in their forehead too, because there's certain men that were supposed to continue. That mark just means you're not going to be destroyed. Okay? There's certain men that had to continue because maybe down their lineage they had someone that was of the elect. Okay? Go ahead.
And I heard a voice from heaven, so like from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song.
And that's that new song, right? This is that new song, okay? This is a spiritual song. This is what we're bringing out to the people so that they can learn, they can learn the lyrics, all right? But only the elect could sing this song for real, all right? Go ahead.
A new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth.
Right, that's 12,000 from each of these tribes, man. Okay? From the Israelites, man. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are Israelites, man. Okay? And you need to come back to your power. If you don't, well, then you're going to be destroyed with the heathen. All right? You see what I'm saying? You were brought on this side of the earth to serve punishment, and then to be the elect to be redeemed. All right, and be in rulership. That's why you were put on. That's why you were put on this side. Where you think this was fun land? You thought this was a vacation? No. All right. That's why the conquistadors came and destroyed you, because this wasn't a vacation. This was punishment, man, from our power. All right. And we're the only ones coming back to our power. And you're going to wonder when the times to come why more hell is going to come upon you. Because there's hell being prepared, man. Don't read that real quick, man.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song, of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument. Yeah. For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
Why? Because it's like entertainment to them, man. They hear these words, but they're not doing the words. They're not taking action. And then they wonder why things happen to them, man. Oh, why did my mom die? Why, God? Why? Well, what have you been doing for God? What have you been doing for the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai? Nothing. All right? You've been living your life looking to get that money, that moolah. That's all you've been doing. All right? Be honest with yourself, man. Go ahead.
And when this cometh to pass,
yeah,
lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them.
Everything that we've been telling you is going to come to pass. It's been coming to pass. It's going to continue to come to pass, man. Because we are the prophets of the Lord, man. Through the Spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, we continue until the end. Go ahead, bro. What you got?
This is Matthew 11 and verse 16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation?
I was just thinking about that. That's the Spirit. Go ahead.
It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows.
Yeah. Who's our fellows? The Israelites. Okay? I'm going to say it again. You so-called blacks, you Latinos, you Native Americans, man. You are the Israelites, man. We're all one people. We're all one nation. Okay? And we're coming back in these latter days together, only the elect. You see brothers all around the world coming together, man, from the different tribes, man. All right? This is an act of God that's happening, an act of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And most of our people are not taking heed. So they're going to have to be destroyed, man. Go ahead.
And saying, we have piped unto you, but ye have not danced.
Right, we're telling you the truth. We're giving you the answers. Go ahead.
We have mourned unto you, but ye have not lamented.
Uh-huh.
John came neither eating nor drinking,
Right.
and they say he has a devil.
Right, because John came, right, and he had a different spirit from Yahweh Shai. He came not eating and drinking. Go ahead. And they said he had a devil. Go ahead.
The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous, a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners.
So Yahweh Shai, our Lord, came completely different, and they still had a problem. So it don't matter how you come to Israel, they still got an issue with you, man. It doesn't. You could float on. You could literally float right now, and they'll say you're doing witchcraft.
Yep.
Okay? You understand? You can't. There's no way to come to this people. All right? You just got to tell them the truth. That's it. That's our job. Give me Isaiah 58, brother. Give me Isaiah 58 and 1. Go ahead.
But wisdom is justified of her children.
That's right. We're gonna be justified ultimately by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Got that? Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Cry aloud, spare not.
Uh-huh.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Well, that's what the scripture says. It says to cry aloud means to lift up your voice, man. Don't sound like no Edomite. Don't sound like Bill Gates, a little effeminate. All right? You sound like a man. You lift up your voice, man. All right? Say it with your chest. Go ahead.
And show my people their transgression,
Yeah.
and the house of Jacob their
And
sins.
that's what we're doing. We're showing our people their transgression, where they're going off. Okay, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, you're doing this wrong. But we're not saying it because we're doing it. We're doing the opposite. We're not going to tell somebody, oh, stop doing this, stop smoking, and we're in the background, we're smoking. No, that's called being a hypocrite, man. All right? Go ahead. Oh, that was it on that side. Go ahead. What you got, bro?
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and 15.
Uh-huh.
Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed.
Yeah.
Neither could they blush.
Right, they weren't ashamed. You see, at least Adam and them, at least Adam and Eve, they were ashamed, man. Adam went that was spiritual. That was all spiritual. They were ashamed, meaning what? They didn't have, they went away. They sinned. Okay, so they had to cover themselves with something, man. All right. Go ahead.
Nay, they were not at all ashamed. Neither could they blush.
Yeah.
Therefore, they shall fall among them that fall. At the time that I visit them, they shall be cast down, said the Lord.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So when the Lord visits them, they're gonna fall down because they weren't even ashamed that they're committing all kind of adultery. They're making music about it, man. All right, selling drugs. They're proud about that, man. All right, being proud, being arrogant, all about social media. That's all self-vain. That's all vanity, man. Go ahead.
Verse 16, thus said the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old path. Where is the good way?
Yep.
And walk therein.
And we're looking at the old path. We're looking at the old ways, how it was done before. We're not looking at Esau's new way. What's Esau's new way? The microchip, man. The chip these stupid people, man. That's Esau's new way. All right? We're cashless society. Yeah, well, what's that going to lead to? You taking a chip and being a damn cyborg, man. And a slave to the elites. Okay, so they can patent your ass, man. Like how you patent an invention. That's how they're going to patent you people. Okay? You understand? Oh, the brother sent me an article dealing with how Justin Trudeau wants to put $8 billion into making this a cashless, man. To making this society cashless. Well, that's beautiful because that's going to lead into what? That's going to lead into the MOTV, which is going to put you people in complete slavery under these devils, man. And it's going to prove what we've been saying, man. All right? All these conspiracy theories are coming out to be true now. Right? Yeah, give me Revelations 13, brother.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13,
Right.
and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Now the image of the beast represents the system. Okay? When you're a police officer, you're worshiping the image of the beast. When you're in the army, you're worshiping the image of the beast. Okay? Because you're all for that system. Right? And you Israelites really should not be joining no damn army of these devils, man. Okay? so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. What's your problem, man? Go ahead.
And he causes all.
Oh, them Ukrainians, they're not letting the blacks on the chain. They're looking for the so-called white people. They're letting them on the chain. They're not letting the black. So why the fuck are you niggas worried about Ukraine? Fuck them devils, man. May Yahweh Shem Yahushai destroy every last one of them.
That's right.
How about that? Go ahead, man.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, and verse 10.
Yeah.
And it reads, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Well, they're trusting in their enemy, man. But get me back to Revelation 13.
Revelation 13 and 16.
Yeah.
And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
What is that mark? That's speaking about the microchip, man. That's what they're going to offer you real soon. Look for it in the coming months. They're going to promote it how they promoted the juice. Oh, that's good for you. That's the kids. They want you to lose your kids, do you? That's how the devil's going to promote it to you, man. Okay? Go ahead. And then he's going to force it on you. Man. Go ahead.
Or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
That's it, man. So you better take heed. You Israelites better take heed, because that's what's coming. Go ahead. So like, go ahead. That was it on that. You got something else going, bro.
This is Sirach 12 and 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bit with the serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast?
Yes.
So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity?
Right. So if you trust Esau, that's your problem, man. You get what you deserve, man. How about that? Trust the so-called white man. You trust these devils. You get what you deserve, man. We don't feel sorry for you jakes that get shot by, because you look back at their life, they loved Esau. They thought Esau was good. Now you're in Ukraine, they won't let you on the train. Huh? You thought Esau? No, they're not like that no more. That was the 80s, that was the 70s. You stupid monkey. I'm gonna call you what the fuck you are, man. All right? Because you guys don't use your brain. You don't use your full brain, man. All right? Go ahead, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
Right, you're not taking counsel of your power. Our power is Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We are the children of God. We are the sons of God. Right. You understand? So we're supposed to carry ourselves in that manner, man. All right? We see jakes out here carrying themselves like what? Like a bunch of losers, man. All right? You better come back to your power, man, and stop following after Esau's media, man. Get me out this. There's only consultant cast him down from his excellency. Get me that, man. It's like it, brother. Get me that, please. Go ahead.
But not of my spirit, and that take cover with the covering, but not of my spirit.
Yep.
That they might add sin to sin. That walk to go down into Egypt, and I've not asked at my mouth.
So you're walking to go down into this government, man. All right, for help instead of looking to your power, man. See, that's what they don't want. They don't want you to look back to your power, man. They don't want you to be the excellency that you're supposed to be in, that level of excellency that you're supposed to be in, man. That's why they destroyed Black Wall Street. Why do you think they destroyed Black Wall Street? Because them jakes around, they had more money than those Edomites around, man. They were living better than those so-called white people around, so they destroyed that neighborhood, man. Because of jealousy, man. You understand that? That's what Esau's about, man. And not just Esau, all these other nations are jealous, man. Let's keep it real, man. All right? Oh, that's Gad. What's up, Gad? It's been a while, bro. How you doing, bro? How you doing? How you doing, Gad?
I'm very happy in my life.
You all right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, sure.
I'm very good, man.
Yeah?
I just came by to say hello. Love you all. Thank you for everything.
You need something, bro?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, don't worry.
You know how I am,
No. Gad, bro.
Because, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of help. I love your testimony, man. You guys are so happy.
You got to return to the Heavenly Father, bro. You got to return back to your power, man. That's our power. Our power is not this system, okay?
Not today anymore.
Okay, you
days,
return to the Heavenly Father, bro. Return to the Heavenly Father. You understand what I'm saying? Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.
His name is the Lord, and love him.
That's right. Good.
I love you guys.
All right, man. Take care, bro. Take care, man.
It says,
See, there's one time there's an Edomite that came up, right? And the Edomite was getting all wild, and then the spirit got on him. The spirit, this is native, and chased him down there. You know what I'm saying? I was on the soul. I was getting the sheep, but the spirit got on him, man. All right? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man.
it says,
Go ahead.
verse 2, Isaiah 30 and 2, that walk to go down into Egypt,
Yep.
and I've not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
Right, they're trying to straighten. Who's the modern day Pharaoh? The Edomites. Okay, that's the modern day Pharaoh. Get me Romans the 9th chapter, man. Okay, because the Bible speaks in similitudes. It's not everything is not straightforward. Some things are parabolic, man. Give me Romans the 9th chapter dealing with. Oh, you got it. Whoever has it first.
And,
right? Go ahead. Finish
and
up.
to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Right, the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. All right, you're gonna be confused, man. Okay? Go ahead, man.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, and verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up.
Well, hold on. Start up 2 verses. Let's get what that's speaking about. Okay? Dealing with Esau. All right?
This is the book of
Come on this side, brother.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 11. For the children, being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil.
What children that's speaking about? That's speaking about the children, the Edomites and the Israelites, okay? They were, before they were born, when Esau was in the womb, when Jacob was in the womb, okay? It was determined who was going to be what. Go ahead.
That the purpose of the Most High, according to election, might stand.
All right, election, choice, okay? Go ahead.
Not of works, but of him that calleth.
Right, not of works. That doesn't matter what they did. It was who called them. Who did he choose to be what? Go ahead.
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Right, the elder is who? The Edomites. Go ahead.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say?
Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. So the Most High hated Esau because he from the beginning, he knew what spirit he was coming in. He knew his spirit. He saw it when before he was in the womb. He said, "This is going to be a deceptive, wicked, evil spirit." Okay, go ahead.
What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
That's it.
So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth.
Right, so could Esau have made himself righteous? Could Esau have said, no, I want to be righteous? No, because he was not created to be righteous, man. All right? He wasn't created to be righteous. Go ahead.
But of the Most High that showeth mercy.
And that's what you Jakes don't get. You Jakes can't understand that you trying to say, oh, no, but there's some good. There ain't no good in Esau, man. Go ahead.
For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
So the Lord raised up Pharaoh so he could show his power in taking him down. So that's the reason he raised up Esau. Look how much more. First of all, Egypt was a small kingdom. You have to understand this. Egypt wasn't even mentioned in the statute, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? Egypt wasn't even mentioned in the statute. Now, Babylon the Great is all throughout the scriptures, man. Right? That was only, Egypt was only great because Joseph had the dream and he saved up a stock up a certain amount of food, man, through his wisdom that was given to him by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But other than that, Egypt was just a little empire, man. Oh, so great. Oh, we're scared because what happened in Egypt. Wait till you see what the Lord does to this place, man. All this, oh, you got drones now. Oh, you got military, but you got tanks. Cool. Buildings. Skyscrapers. The Lord is going to throw all this down, man. Give me Habakkuk 2 real quick. Give me Habakkuk 2. Hold that. Give me Habakkuk 2 real quick. Okay? In verse 4, man. All right? Go ahead. What has it? What?
Habakkuk 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
I said Habakkuk, excuse me. Malachi 1 and 4. Sorry, my fault. Okay? Whoever has it first, read it.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 4. And it reads, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will not return and build the desolate places.
Yeah, so he returned, he built. Look at the buildings. This is all under Esau's rulership. Go ahead.
Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
And he's letting them build up to a point just so he could take it down, just so he could tear it down, man. All right? You understand? So you Edomites, this kingdom is done. You were only put up in power so the Lord could flex his muscles, man. understand. Okay, get me Daniel's the 4th chapter, the 17th.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 4 and verse 17.
Right.
This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will.
So the Lord is the one who gives the kingdom to whoever he wants to, man. All right. If he wants to set up a base person, he'll set up a base person. If he wants to set up a high person, he'll set up a high person. Go ahead.
And setteth up over it the basis of man.
Because these Edomites are the basis of humans, man. Let's keep it 100. Okay? Esau's not on no levels. Esau don't have no real talent. Okay? Esau's known for not having talent. He's known for not seasoning his chicken. Okay? Esau's on a low level, man. He's known for being a scumbag. Look at his history, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? Stealing inventions, lying. All right? Being a hypocrite. That's what Esau's known for. But he's in power. He's over the planet. Go ahead.
This is Romans.
I see an error in the earth. I see an error. Get that. Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
Who is the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? You Edomites, okay? What you call yourself today is so-called white people. You are the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. Sorry to disappoint you, bro. That's the facts, okay? And the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the sons of God, okay? And the ones of you that's not joining this understanding and really getting back to your power, you're going to be destroyed with the Edomites.
That's right.
You better get with it, okay? Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 16:4. The Lord hath made all things for himself.
Yes, sir.
Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
And he made the wicked even for the day of evil. This day that's coming up, he set Esau up to be at this point in the earth, to destroy the earth, right? To be at the top of his technology, okay? To go through World War III, because we've been telling you it's going to happen, and it's going to happen, all right? And all these things just so the Lord could bring him down, man. There's more on that?
This is Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and the haughty spirit before a fall.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 5.
Yeah.
There is an evil which I have seen under the sun,
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
as an error which proceedeth from the ruler.
Yep.
Folly is set in great dignity,
Yep.
and the rich sit in low place.
Who is the rich that's sitting in low place? Us Israelites, okay? Meaning what? We're in we're the bottom of the earth right now, okay? But we are the rich. We are the rich in what? Rich in spirit, okay? Go ahead.
I have seen.
That's why all the talent comes from who? Who is all the talent? Who created all these genre of music, man? Who created it, man? Blues, jazz, rock. Who created it? Our people, the Israelites, man. That's right. All right? Go ahead, man.
I have seen servants upon horses,
Yes, sir.
and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
And these servants on horses are these Edomites who put you Negroes in slavery, by the way. I don't know if you forgot. Did you forget that? Huh? You forget they used to have breeding farms for you so-called blacks? Huh? They used to chop up you so-called, you pregnant Latinos. Do you forget that? Well, the Lord didn't forget. Yahweh Shemel Shai didn't forget. And there's still going to be a recompense, man. Get me going hand joined in hand. Get me that, bro. Keep going, bro. What you got? There's more on that, no?
Oh, that was it.
Okay. What you got, brother?
This is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision.
Yes, sir.
Whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Uh-huh.
Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. Verse
Read it slow. Don't go too fast.
Verse 3, for want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste.
This is the history of the Edomites, okay? History of you so-called white people. Go ahead.
Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat.
Right? Because you used to, go ahead. You used to eat them juniper roots, man.
They were
Right?
They were driven forth from among men They cried after them as after a thief.
This is when you were in the caves. Keep going.
To dwell in the cliffs of the valley and caves of the earth.
And caves of the earth. That's your history, man. The Caucasus Mountain, Georgia, Russia. Right? You were in there too. But before that, you were in Petra and Mount Seir. Because you were just like that cave life. That's why you got these concrete buildings like this, man. This is reminiscent of Petra. Okay, when you look at Petra, it looks just like this. All right, they got the windows in the mountains. Okay, they like that. All right, go ahead.
And in the rocks, among the bushes they brayed.
Woo, what does it mean among the bushes they brayed? Hooga, hooga, ooga, booga. That's what it means, man. They didn't have a language. All right? Go ahead.
Under the nettles.
The Lord brought you to that level. You were at that level at one point. Okay? And then you came with them lies, man. He's hurt. He's hurt. Go ahead.
Under the nettles they were gathered together.
Yeah.
They were children of fools, yea, children of base men.
And they're still children of fools, children of base men, man.
That's right.
That's why you have them dumb Edomites talking about evolution. That's a fool. That's a dummy, man. That whole theory is stupid. Okay? Telling you that a chicken used to be a raptor. Anyone who believes that, you deserve to be put to death, man. I'm gonna be honest, you deserve to get a train hit by you, man. If you believe that, your chicken tenders that you're eating right now used to be a ferocious, vicious raptor. That's what these Edomites tell people, man. And they believe that. Because he's in a suit, it's a so-called white man in a suit, so they believe that, man. These people are retarded, man. Right? Technically, yeah, that's Esau's favorite word. Technically, shut up, effeminate, man. All right? As a matter of fact, another thing Esau used to say back in the day is that a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's mouth. I don't know if you brothers remember that, man. Esau used to say that, and he used to bring out his son. You see what Esau does? He uses his science to justify his evil and his nastiness, man. That's what he does, man. And it's all pseudoscience. It's all false, man. Oh, a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's mouth. When they used to say that, I used to say, what? I never believed that, ever. I never believed that, ever. There was no time, even when I was a child, I was like, that's stupid. How could a dog's mouth be cleaner than a human being when it's eating, licking its own butt and licking doodle, man? But these people believe that because he's in a suit. Because it's a so-called white man. That's why they believe that shit. Go ahead.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13 and verse 22.
Yes, sir.
When a rich man is fallen, he has many helpers.
Yes.
He speaketh things not to be spoken.
Yeah. So when the rich man falls, he has many people trying to help him. Oh, you okay? Well, that's what we're Esau. If something happens to these so-called white people, you know, everyone wants to Ukraine, right? Ukraine. When this happens in Syria, they don't give a shit about them Syrians. Okay? If this happens in Palestine, they don't give a shit about the Palestinians. But it's happening in Ukraine. They have these guys on the news. Because I see blue-haired and blonde-eyed people getting. So it feels so. I'm so bad about it. Well, that's hypocrisy, man. That is hypocrisy. That is hypocrisy, man. These Edomites are nothing but a bunch of hypocrites, man. All right? But you Jakes, you still believe in this devil, man. All right? We've been telling you from the beginning. Now you can see. All right? Go ahead.
He speaketh things not to be spoken.
Right, he'll say something outlandish. Who is it? Bill Gates or Elon Musk? We should shoot a missile to blow up the moon. He needs to be locked up in somewhere, man. Okay, he needs to be locked up in a damn sanitarium somewhere, man. But he can say that and be praised as some great man. Go ahead.
And yet men justify him.
Yet men justify him. Because he's an Edomite. It's an Edomite, Go ahead.
The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuke him too.
Right, if we slip, if it's a so-called black man or something, they'll condemn his ass, man. If he do one thing wrong, that is the worst shit in there. Or R. Kelly, all right? Oh, the documentary, right? They got an 8-part documentary. But Epstein Island, you barely hear about that shit. He had a whole island with children. Right? And you don't hear nothing about that. That's done. Oh, okay, it's in right. And Bill Gates, he was with him, right? He's like, oh, what do you feel about being? You were with this guy and he was a pedo and all this. Oh well, he's dead now. That's all he had to say. All he had to say was, oh, he's dead now, and he was no more questioning. Yo, we need to put these people in hardcore slavery where they belong, man. That's right. Go ahead, man.
The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He speak wisely.
And who's the poor man? Our people, the Israelites, man. Okay, we're in a poor state. We're poor in heart, first and foremost. Okay, it doesn't matter if you have $1 million, you're still poor. Okay, we are the poor in heart. That's why it says the meek shall inherit the earth. All right, go ahead.
He speak wisely and could have no place.
Right, he speak wisely and have no... Look at all the wisdom we're bringing out week in and week out. We're bringing out wisdom that the world, you'll never learn in university, you'll never learn in college. All right? Some of the thing they know, these professors know, and they won't bring out to you. Okay? But now that they disregard it. Okay? Read that again, brother.
The poor man slip, and yet they rebuke him too.
Right?
He speak wisely and could have no place.
Right, give me the poor man delivered the city, get me that. Okay, he speak wisely and have no place. Go ahead.
Verse 23, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
When a rich man speaketh, when an Edomite, let's say an Edomite, and an Edomite speaks, every man holds his tongue. Oh, the great Edomite in the suit, right? Go ahead.
And look what he saith.
Right?
They extol him. They extol it to the clouds.
They extol it to the clouds. He didn't say nothing too deep, right? Oh, you know we're the 12 tribes of Judah? Yo! What? First of all, there's not even 12 tribes of Judah. Come on, bro. All right? Go ahead.
But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Yo, who the hell is this guy? Go ahead.
And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
They will help them, and that's what they're going to do. When they start to come and demonize us, these people are going to add on, man. Don't think they're going to be like, oh, no. Most of these people are going to be with it. Okay, all the demonization they're going to come with. Okay? You got that? Okay, go ahead, brother.
Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 13.
Yes, sir.
This wisdom have I seen under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city, and few men within it. And there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bunk walks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and by his wisdom delivered the city.
Right.
Yet no man remembered that same poor man.
Right, because he was poor, because he was lowly. You understand? But if it was a king or a prince, they would have remembered it. Although he was greatly wise, but he was poor, so he was not regarded. So that regards to our people, the Israelites, man. Okay? If you come with great knowledge every week, right here, they're not really taking heed like that. You understand what I'm saying to you? We're showing you deep mysteries, man. They're not taking it and extolling it to the stars. Okay? Go ahead. But if Esau says it, looking like a damn a pedophile rock player, okay? They're like, oh God, it's the Edomite who said it. All right? Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 4 and verse 3.
And look at what these Edomites have done to the earth, man. Look at what they've done, man. And you nations, and especially our people, you extol this man to the stars. You treat him like he's something good. He's the devil. All right, go ahead.
2 Timothy 4 and verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
Yep.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables.
Well, that's it. They don't want to hear the truth, man. We're giving them the truth. They don't want to hear it, man. Oh, they hated him that rebuked in the gate. Okay, someone hold that on that. What you got?
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1 and 21. For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe.
That's it. That's it. By the foolishness of preaching, coming out here and doing this work. Okay, and we're being made fools for Yahweh's sake. Okay, because it seems foolish to the world. You understand what I'm saying? But the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than men. Oh, that's right there. Go ahead, brother Salaki.
Verse 27. But the Most High has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
That's right.
And the Most High has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
That's it. That's it. Because Esau's in power, right? Esau's in power, but yet we're standing in great boldness in his face, telling him his future, man. Matter of fact, get me that. Give me Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, bro. Okay? There's more on that?
It says, and base things of the world and things which are despised has the Most High
And
chosen.
things which are despised, the Israelites, right? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But we are the Israelites. We are the sons of God. Okay? And that's going to be made manifest in the kingdom to come. All right? In a short period, when Yahushua goes back, it's going to be manifest that we are the true people, man. All right? Go ahead.
Hath the Most High chosen in things which are not to bring to naught things that are.
That's it. All right? Go ahead, brother.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness
The righteous man, the Israelite man, the man of the Lord, first and foremost. Go ahead.
before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Right, and who has afflicted us? You got the slavery picture? Who has afflicted us? We're telling you in front of their face. We couldn't do this, well, technically 40 years, but although there was prophets that came up and did it, and they put them, you know, like Nat Turner and stuff like that, okay? But ultimately, now we're telling them even more boldly to their face, man. Okay, go ahead.
And made no account of his labors.
Uh-huh.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear,
Yeah.
and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Right, and they're being what? They're being troubled with terrible fear, man. Okay, they're being troubled with terrible fear, man. Go ahead.
So far beyond all that they looked for.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. So we're letting them know. We're letting them know what's up. We're letting them know their future. Okay. What?
There's a bit more. Verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor.
That's it. And that's what they thought. Okay. That's what they thought. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah the 14th chapter. Okay. Give me Isaiah 14 and 2.
This is Isaiah 14 and verse 2.
Right.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Yeah.
And
possess who? And the it's going to go into it. There's somebody that's going to be possessed in the kingdom of heaven, man. Somebody who's going to have to go into captivity. For what? For what they've done. Go ahead.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
And they shall take them captives what?
Whose captives they were.
Whose captives we were. Who are we captive under? Who are we enslaved under? Our enemies, the Edomites, okay? And we're still in captivity to this day. All right? Go ahead.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And we're going to rule over them. And we're not going to rule over them nicely either. Okay? Get me Revelations 2. All right? We ain't going to rule over these Edomites nicely. Okay? Oh, no, you can get a 2 weeks vacation. No. You're not getting no vacation in the kingdom. Okay? Your vacation is going to be the Sabbath, man. And we might throw scorpions in your den in the Sabbath, man. Okay? Before the Sabbath. Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, and verse 26.
Yes, sir.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
That proves it's not speaking about another nation. That proves it's speaking about Israelites. Because what? He said he's going to give them power over the other nations. How can he give the other nations power over themselves? No. He's going to give the Israelites, the elect, power over the other nations. Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
That's it. And we're going to rule them with a rod of iron. Meaning what? We're going to have a strong dictatorship, man. Ain't going to be no democracy in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, you Edomites ain't gonna have no say. And first of all, democracy is a farce any damn way. Okay, it starts off as that now, then it goes to tyranny. When you go to the history, a democracy always turns into tyranny, man. Go ahead.
Even I have received of my Father.
That's right.
This is Daniel chapter 7 and 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Right. So the saints of the kingdom, the saints shall take the kingdom, man. All right. And when are we gonna do that? When we come down for them ships. All right. What you got? That was it.
Verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom
Who's
is
the people of the saints of the Most High? You Israelites. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? We are the sons of God, man. All right? And the Lord is going to establish us over our enemies, man. He's coming to take us out of this second Egypt. All right? What you got, bro?
Isaiah 49:22.
Yeah?
Thus said the Lord God, behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard.
Who's the Gentiles? These other nations. He's going to lift up his hand against them. He's not going to come for them. He's going to lift up his hand against them. The Gentiles in the New Testament is speaking about Israelites who lost their way.
right.
Go ahead.
My standard to the people, and they shall bring their son in their arms,
Right.
and their daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders.
They shall bring their sons in their arms, man. Meaning what? They're in slavery.
Right.
Okay? They're going to be in slavery under us. So they're going to be carrying our daughters and our sons, man. The Philistines and shit. All right? You know? That's what they're going to be doing, man. What you got, Maya?
This is Micah 4 and verse 13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth.
Yeah, he's gonna beat them to. We're gonna beat these other nations to iron, to powder, man. We're not gonna be nice to these other nations, man. Were these nations nice to us? No. All right. So we're gonna give them the same treatment, man. Matter of fact, we're gonna give them a worse treatment. Specifically Esau. Okay. Specifically Esau. Okay, because the scriptures it hones in on the Edomites. All right. Oh, don't you know King David had torture chambers for these devils, man? Don't you know that? Don't you know King David wasn't playing with? According to the scripture, speaks about the house of David, right? Well, you Edomites shouldn't want the house of David to be back, man. Because the house of David's gonna put you so-called white people in hardcore slavery, man. We ain't gonna play with you, man. We gonna really bring it to you, man. Okay? You got something?
Jeremiah 51 and 9, and 51 and 12.
Bring it out. Okay, what you got?
book of Jeremiah.
Hold on, let him read. Go ahead. Read.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 137, and verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the children of Edom.
Remember who?
The children of Edom.
Edom is you so-called white people, man. We turn this board around. It's going to show you that's your biblical nationality. Everyone has a biblical nationality. Okay? Everyone on this earth. All right? Yours is Edom. It's saying to remember the daughter of Edom. Why? Let's go. Go ahead.
In the day of Jerusalem,
Yep.
who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Right. Which one? They were part of destroying our people. Even going back to the Babylonian Empire, man. Go ahead.
O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed.
Right, and they call you the daughter of Babylon because what? Now this is the modern day Babylon is America, and you run that too. All right. So it's saying you ought to be destroyed. It didn't say you ought to save Esau. So what are these guys talking about? The Lord doesn't want to destroy Esau. He says you ought to be destroyed. You should be destroyed. Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
So we're going to reward you so-called white people the same way you rewarded us. How did you reward us? Did you reward us with goods or with evil and torture and wickedness? We're going to reward you the same way. Matter of fact, we're going to give you double according to the scriptures, man. Go ahead, finish that off.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
Right, because that's what you were doing. You were taking babies and hitting them newborns against the stone. That's what you did to the Native Americans, man. All right, and our people, man. So the Lord's going to destroy you the same way. All right? Go ahead, man. Go ahead, read.
This is Revelation 18 and verse 5.
Cry about it too.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her
Your
iniquities.
sins have reached unto heaven. The Lord sees what you did, devil. The Lord sees it, man. Don't worry about us. Worry about Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
That's right.
All right? He's been watching from the beginning. He's like, oh, you came here, you destroyed, raped, murdered. All right? And no one didn't try to do you no harm. You lied, deceived. You pushed all kind of wicked lifestyles on the earth and promoted it to children. Huh? The Lord is going to destroy you people, man. Go ahead.
Verse 6.
We
Reward her even as she rewarded you.
They reward her even as she rewarded you. We're going to reward you the same way. Go ahead.
And double unto her according to her
We're
works.
gonna give you Edomites double. We ain't gonna give you 1, 2. We're gonna give you double. Can you count? You know how to count? You know how to do multiplication? When you were feeding little black babies to alligators, we gonna do that the same thing, but double to you devils, man.
That's right.
You better get with it. You better get with it. That's what the Bible says, man. That's not out of our own heart. That's what the Bible says, man. Get me Revelations 13 and 9, man.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13.
See, we're tired of seeing you devils, man. Go ahead.
And verse 9.
Yeah, read it loud too, man.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
That's right.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Did not you lead into captivity? Did you lead into slavery? Yes or no? Did you lead into slavery? Did you lead our people into slavery? Yes or no? Go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into
So
captivity.
your next thing is to go into captivity. That's your future. Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. A, B, C, D. Go ahead.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's it, man. And that's the patience of the saints, the Israelites, man. Give me Psalms 149.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 149 and verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory.
Yep.
Let them sing.
Who's the saints? The Israelites.
That's
okay?
right.
The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Go ahead.
Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Right?
Let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth.
Yes, sir.
And a two-edged sword in their hand.
That's right.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
To execute what? Read that again.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
So the Bible's speaking about vengeance. All right? Go ahead.
And punishments upon the people.
So you're going to be punished. All right? Go ahead.
to bind their kings with chains.
So we're going to take your kings, the Rothschilds, DuPonts, the Gettys, all these wicked rulers we got on this damn sign here. Okay? And what are we going to do with these devils, man, when we catch them? Go ahead.
And their nobles with fetters of iron.
Uh-huh.
To execute upon them the judgment written.
What's the judgment written? Go ahead, keep going, keep going.
This honor have all his saints.
Okay, go read Isaiah 14 and 2.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 2.
Yes, sir.
Prepare slaughter.
Get me Obadiah 1 and 10. Go ahead.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
Woo! Prepare slaughter for his children. Not the, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You little weak ass Edomites, man, crying. Oh, so get me. They shall complain of an ungodly father. Get me that, man. You Edomites are still gonna pay, man. Right? If you go to a restaurant and you eat, and then you go and you leave your friend there, and you go out the back door, someone's gonna have to pay that tab, baby.
That's right.
Get it? Go ahead.
Prepare slaughter for his children,
Yeah.
for the iniquity of their fathers.
So we're gonna prepare slaughter for their children for the iniquity of their fathers. Thus saith the Bible. Go ahead.
that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
All this is gonna be taken down, and we're gonna build up a righteous kingdom under Yahweh Shai our Lord.
That's right.
Because
That's
the
right.
Lord, who you call Jesus Christ, a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. All right, it describes him in the Bible. What do you think he thinks about what you did to his people? Huh? You think he's happy about that? No, he's gonna take you down, man. Go ahead. Go read what you
This is
got.
the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Let's go. Bring
For
it up.
thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
For what? Why is the Edomite getting? They getting judged because of their skin color? How can I skin? No. It's not about skin color, dummy. All right. It's about your spirit is wicked. Go ahead, read it.
Khan, for thy violence against thy brother
For
Jacob.
your violence, all right? Slavery, feeding babies to alligators. Listen, your list of wickedness is uncountable, and they're not teaching it in the schools, man. They're not teaching what you really did in the schools. They're giving you some watered down sugar shit, all right? If we really go into what you Edomites were doing, you would be even more ashamed. You would have breeding farms and make a man rape his own mother. That's what you would do, man.
That's right.
You would rape a man's wife and then kill him for trying to say something about it, man. Or do something about it. So you Edomites are going to be judged, man. When we say you Edomites, we're going to so-called white people, man. Stick around, man. Go ahead, man.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 7.
Right.
Be not deceived.
That's right.
The Most High is not mocked.
God is not mocked. Go ahead.
For whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap.
What have you sown on the earth? Huh? What do you do to the Hawaiians? What do you do to the Australians? What do you do all around the world? Rape, rob, and pillage, man. Okay? So you're going to get that back. The Lord is going to have you get that back. It's beautiful justice, baby. Get me Habakkuk the 2nd chapter, man.
Habakkuk 2 and verse 4.
Right.
Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. But the just shall live by his faith. Yet also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
You devils don't keep at home. That's why you got American embassies all around the world. Because you don't keep at home. How'd you get this land? How'd you get Canada? How'd you get America? All right? You don't keep at home, man. All right? Go ahead.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death.
You're as death. Look at the condition of the Native Americans under you devils, man. All right? You are as death. All right? Go ahead. Read.
And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right? Keep going.
Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his?
Woe to him. Woe means destruction. All right? Woe, destruction to him that increaseth that which is not his. When you look into what you do around the world, all you do is steal natural resources from those other countries. And then they become third world countries, and then you die in the third world, all these shithole countries. Well, you made it a shithole, you devil. Go ahead.
How long to him that lighteth himself with thick clay? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
Right.
And awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Eventually, the prophecy is that these other nations are going to shoot missiles on you, starting with your own people, the Russians.
That's right.
That's the prophecy in the Bible. The Russians are going to shoot nuclear missiles on America and destroy it. That's prophecy. So when you see the Russians rising up, we've been telling you that for years they're going to rise up. That's just the beginning. They said it didn't even start yet, man. All right? Wait till them little Amalekites do something to Iran. Yep. Then that's when it's going to really pop off, man. Go ahead, read.
God. Verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Thou hast spoiled many nations. Everywhere these Edomites went, they spoiled many nations, destroyed many nations. Go ahead.
All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
All the people are going to spoil you. All them other people. All right? Speaking with what? Starting with what? Your own people, the Russians. All right? Nuclear missiles is going to hit America.
That's right.
Once America's done, that's the end of the Edomite rulership. Yahweh Shai is going to be coming simultaneously. Go ahead.
Because of men's blood and for the violence of the land.
Because of what?
Because of men's blood.
Because of man's blood. Because you done shed a lot of blood on the earth. Nobody has done anything. You always try to bring up Genghis. You always try to shoot it to someone else. No one has done what you've done on the earth. No one, not even close. Okay? Not even close. Not even 1%. Not even 1%. Okay? Just understand that.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Because of men's blood, yep, and for the violence of the land, right, and for the city, and for all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house.
What does that mean? That means you look at another man's home, another man's landmark, and you covet it. You want it. What did you do with this land? The Lord has just been building up the tab for you devils, man. That's all he's been doing. You thought you got to wait. The Lord was building up the tab for Esau, man.
That's right.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
That he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
Yep.
That has consulted shame to thy house.
Woo, you're consulting shame. That's why they're taking down those statues. Because they're ashamed of it, man. Because of their history is shameful, man. All right? Roosevelt, man, them different devils, man. Oh, Andrew Jackson, he was known as what? The Indian killer. Yahweh Shimei Shai is going to take you devils out.
That's right.
Let's go.
Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people.
Yes, sir.
Thou hast sinned against thy soul.
You sinned against your own soul. Everything you did that for your own destruction. The Lord has something that's going to come for you. All right? He's been building up the tab for you devils from day one. You know, okay, they did this, they did this. Oh, you did that to the Native Americans, you did that to the blacks, to the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos. And now he's coming with the judgment. Keep going.
For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Woe to him that do what?
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
How did you build? we're on a graveyard right now, by the way. We'll tell you this is a Native American graveyard. They were killing women and children for fun when you look at the actual history, man.
That's right.
All right? The blacks, the Latinos, the Native Americans. All right? So you establish your town with blood. Every town you establish, you Edomites, you so-called first of all, your skin color is a curse. Let me show you that, man. All right? And that was a curse from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Read, man. Read.
Woe to him that buildeth.
No, read.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, establisheth a city by iniquity.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. What is in this? Yo, Esau's going deep with iniquity nowadays, man.
That's right.
He's pushing that alphabet agenda on the children. He's going deep with his wickedness, man. Oh, women over the men. This man is all about confusion and evil. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Behold, is this not of the Lord of hosts, that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall worry themselves for very vanity?
Right.
For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord,
Get me.
as the waters cover the sea.
Get me Numbers 35.
Woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink,
Woo! Woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink. Go ahead.
that puttest thy bottle to him,
Yep.
and maketh him drunken also,
Right.
that thou
What
mayest
does
look.
that mean? That means you're teaching them these different philosophies. All right, like gangster rap. That was pushed by the ones who run the music industry. All right. When you go back before the 90s, there was no such thing as gangster rap. All right. That was pushed by the elites, and then they gave you the gang culture. All right. Then they gave that to the people. They went to LA and they started that gang shit. Okay. And started wars and things like that. And now look at the condition of our people. That has done destruction. Oh, let's deal with crack cocaine. Let's deal with crack cocaine, man. All right? They put that was well known that Esau, the FBI, CIA, put that in the black community. So you giving your neighbor drink on purpose. Read that again.
Con, woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink,
Yep.
that puttest thy bottle to him,
Yep.
and maketh him drunken also,
And you made us drunken, man, by what you've done. Go ahead.
that thou mayest look under nakedness.
And now you're looking at the nakedness of our people, the Israelites. All right? In that low state. Go ahead.
Thou art filled with shame for glory.
You Edomites are filled with shame for glory. Your glory is really shameful. If you go into the truth of these Edomites' history, they don't want you to bring out the full truth. That's why they're going against critical race theory, man. Oh, that's theory. It's not. It's fact. All right? You devils were lynching people and have your kids on your shoulders watching, man. So you devils got to pay. All right? Go ahead.
Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be
And you're
uncovered.
going to drink of that cup. You Edomites are going to drink of that cup. Everything you've done is going to come back to you. That's called justice, baby. Huh? Justice. Let's go.
The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee.
You're right. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee. He's going to come against you. He's coming against you now. Go ahead.
And shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Shameful spew. All your glory is really shameful, man. Everything you Edomites have done, there's nothing good an Edomite has done. Show me one good thing an Edomite has done on the earth. Nothing. All right? Everything he's done has been destructive to the earth, man. And the people, man. All right? What you got, bro? Well, Edomite, what is he good for? Absolutely nothing. Get the fuck out of here, man. Go, read.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 8.
Yep.
Because of unrighteous dealings,
Uh-huh.
injuries, and riches got by deceit.
Look at this, the Federal Reserve, the money system. This is all fraud, man. It's not backed by gold. It's not backed by nothing. This is fraud. And you Edomites are running the world and no one's saying nothing against you. Huh? It's riches got backed by deceit. You robbing people, you going in their land, forcing them to take deals, and then you hit them with crazy amount of interest where they can't pay back. That's what they did to Jamaica. That's what they did to Haiti. All right? So you devils have a lot to pay for. That's deceit. Go ahead.
That's right.
Go ahead, read.
The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
So that's why the kingdom will be translated from you to us. Because we're really the true rulers of the earth anyway. All right? The Israelites, man. Okay? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the scattering around the earth, man.
That's right.
All right? Let's go, man. Bring it out, man. Who got something? You got something else? Go ahead, read.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35,
Uh-huh.
and verse 2. And it reads, Son of man, prophesy. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
Who's Mount Seir? Mount Seir is you Edomites. That's where you Edomites come from, man. You want to know your history? Look up Mount Seir and Petra. That's where you Edomites come from originally. Okay? South of Israel. Go ahead.
O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee,
Yes, sir.
and I will make thee most desolate.
Uh-huh.
I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate.
Yep.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord,
Yep.
because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Because what? Because what? Why? Read it again. Read that part.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Because you had a perpetual hatred. And don't tell me that ain't true. Tell me you devils ain't had a perpetual hatred. Tell me that. Look at your history. Tell me that. That ain't true. Go ahead.
And I shed the blood.
Oh, whoa. You didn't shed blood? No, we never shed. You never shed blood, devil? Go ahead, read.
And I shed the blood
Uh-huh.
of the children of
And
Israel.
you shed the blood of our people, the Israelites, man. All right? So the Lord is going to give you a recompense for that, man. All right? And the ones of our people that's joined unto them, you will get the same recompense.
That's right.
That's what it said, if though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. I don't care how much kumbaya you sing. The Lord is going to destroy these Edomites, man. Keep going, man.
By the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity,
Uh-huh.
in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai,
Right?
I will prepare thee unto blood.
Woo, the Lord's going to prepare you, Edomites. Something. We haven't seen nothing yet, man. The blood ain't even start yet. Okay? The Lord has judgment set up for this place, man. Okay? You thought C-19 was something. That was a joke. That was a big joke. All right? That's why you got you people wearing the mask. You guys walking around with the mask over your eyes. That was a joke. Okay? Wait till the Lord really brings the pestilence, man. Wait till he really brings destruction in this place, man. Keep going.
I will prepare thee unto blood,
Uh-huh.
and blood shall pursue thee.
Right.
Since thou hast not hated blood,
Yeah.
even blood shall pursue thee.
That's right. Since you have not, since you love blood, since you devils love blood, you like to eat steak tartars and all that stuff. Since you love all that blood, right? Blood shall pursue thee. No camera, bro. No videos. Right? So blood shall pursue thee. Go ahead, read.
Sorry, no videos.
Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate,
Oh, okay. It's on yourself. Okay, no.
and cut off from it that
What?
passes out, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth.
Right. And pass it out for him that. Read that again. Read that part again.
Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it
Right.
that him that passeth out,
Yeah.
and him that returneth.
Right. He's gonna cut these Edomites off, man.
That's right.
All right. So that's the end of that. And you other nations, you Arabs are going into slavery too.
That's
Let me
right.
put that out there, man.
That's
all
right.
You Arabs are going into slavery too. Don't forget that.
Yes, sir.
Ishmael, go ahead. Read.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 35 and verse 33. For ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are,
Yep.
for blood it defileth the land.
Blood defiled the land. And this whole land is defiled by blood, by the shedding of the blood of the Israelites. Go ahead.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein,
Yep.
but by the blood of him that shed it.
And that's why there's going to be a great sacrifice in Basra. Okay? Because this land has to be cleansed, man. All these lands have to be cleansed of the blood that was shed by these Edomites, man. Okay? You understand? What you got, bro? You got man? What? What you got, bro?
This is the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, chapter 63, and verse 1.
If you don't got none, let's let the other brother go. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 63, and verse 1. And it reads, Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra?
Uh-huh. So the Lord's gonna come from Edom first, man. And that's his target. His target is you Edomites, man. You so-called white people. He's targeting you, man. Okay? He's targeting you. The Lord, when he come back, you shouldn't be no Christian. The Bible, you should try to burn all the Bibles. Because this is against you. This book is against you devils, man. Go ahead.
This with dyed garments from Basra, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Uh-huh.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Yep.
Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone,
Yep.
and of the people there was none with me.
Right.
For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury.
Yep.
And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments.
So when the Lord comes back, it doesn't sound like he's handing out daisies like these Christians are trying to paint to you. He's coming to bring destruction, man. He's coming to bring he's coming to set up a righteous rulership, but he has to wage war against the evil rulership. All right, which is you Edomites. Go ahead.
For I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury.
Uh-oh.
And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments.
Uh-huh.
And I will stain on my raiment.
That's it.
For the day of vengeance is in mine heart.
Uh-huh.
And the year of my redeemed is come.
That's it. So the year of his redeemed is what? The redeemed of his people. The Israelites, man. The elect, specifically. Okay? So you Edomites don't got no part in that, man. You Edomites might as well become Satanists, because the Lord has nothing to do with you, man. The Lord ain't dealing with you. The Lord does not like you. I understand why Esau doesn't like the idea of Heavenly Father. Because the Heavenly Father doesn't like him. All right? And he knows that in his spirit. You dig? What you got, bro? What you got?
This is the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
That's it, man. And we didn't plan to come out on you. I didn't say I'm just get on Esau only today. No, but the Spirit got it.
That's right.
Okay? It's like the apostle I said, we didn't plan this thing. This is how it was. All right? This is how it came out through the Spirit. Okay? So now you Edomites should know, man. All right, now we gonna get to Psalms the 83rd chapter, man. Psalms the 83rd chapter. F this shit, man. This bro ain't even that important, man. This bro's a little guy. Okay? Oh, you got something for it?
The Psalms?
84:3, yeah, man.
Psalms 83, right?
Yeah.
Psalms 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Most High. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head.
Right, they that hate thee, man. Who hates you, man? These other nations, man. Okay? Starting with the Edomites. Go ahead.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They're taking crafty counsel, man. They had their meetings. All right? Go ahead.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That was all part of their plan to cut us off from knowing that we were the Israelites. Right? When we came over here, they knew we were the Israelites. Okay? We came over here, we were wearing these type of garments, we had our culture still to a degree. All right? But when we came, they lied to us and tell us we were something else, man. They're black. There's no such thing as black. They're African. That's all confusion. Right? Get me the cover and cast. Right? Get me Isaiah 60. Okay? That's all lies, man. There's no such nation as a black. There's no such nation as a white. There's Edomites. There's Israelites. There's Ishmaelites. There's Cushites. All biblical nationalities that the Heavenly Father gave, man. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 25 and 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Right, the covering. There's a lot of covering over the nation. There's a lot of lies and deception that was been put over these nations, man. All right? You see, one of the main things is that they don't know their own biblical nationality, their own nationality that the Lord gave them from the beginning. All right? But some of these nations know the origins. Like if you go to them Ethiopians, they know they're the Cushites. They know they're of the lineage of Cush. They know that. Okay? Which is what? That goes back to the Bible. All right? The Arabs, a lot of those Arabs know they're Ishmaelites, man. They know they go back to Ishmael, man. Okay? But if you go to Moab, Moab don't know he's a Moabite. They think they're Chinese, Korean. That doesn't exist. That's made up. Okay? Go ahead. There's more than that? Okay,
This is
go ahead, guys. What do you have?
The Psalms?
Okay, go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
And that's what's covering these people is gross darkness, man. All right? And the more you listen to Esau and his pseudosciences, the more you're going to be in darkness, man. All right? The more BS is going to spew on you, man. It's going to make you more confused. You have to go back to the Bible, to the truth. Go ahead.
But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Right, his glory is being seen upon us, man. Because we have the truth. We have the understanding. What you got, Ak?
This is Psalms 37 and verse 35.
Right.
I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading
Who's
him.
the wicked? These Edomites are the wicked, man. You so-called white people. That's the wicked. That's the wicked. All right? It's not a wicked. It's the wicked. You get it? Got it? Go ahead, read.
I have seen the wicked in great power
Yep.
and spreading himself
Give me Job 9 and 24. And spreading himself, yeah?
like a green big tree.
Right, he spread himself all around the world. That's why he got all the American embassies everywhere, man. All right, he's spreading himself, man. Okay, American embassies are all over the earth. Right now, if it's not them, it's the Russians. If it's not them, it's the French. It's all Edomites, man. Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Yep.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
And they have the earth in their hands because they are the wicked. That's why there's nothing but wickedness being promoted. Okay? Is Esau promoting any righteousness out of the scriptures? No, it's all wicked. It's all evil. 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 All right? He's a villain, man. All right? Go ahead.
The devil.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If
Yep.
not, wherein who is he?
If not, where and who is he? If he didn't do it, right? If he didn't cover the faces, meaning what? Paint up himself as God, right? Over the true image of the Lord, okay? Paint up himself as the people of the Bible. Who did it? It wasn't the Chinese. We don't. Where's the Chinese Jesus? Where's the Chinese? I never seen a Chinese Jesus before. That's the Edomite Jesus, man. Okay, the false image, man. Go ahead, bro. Oh, that was it on that. What you got? Huh?
Ezekiel chapter 28 and
Yep.
verse 14.
Yep.
Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth.
That covereth with what? Darkness, the lies, the deception. That's what Esau's all about. He's all about lies and deception, man. Go ahead.
And I have set thee so.
Uh-huh.
Thou was upon the holy mountain of the Most High.
What's that? Read that again. Read that again.
Thou was upon the holy mountain of the Most
Who's
High.
the holy mountain of the Most High? Us, the Israelites.
That's right.
All right, and they were ruling over us even now. Okay, and this is the anointed cherub, the wicked Edomite. Okay, the devil, the sword of the Lord, that's ruling over his people, his holy mountain. Keep going.
Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire.
Uh-huh.
Come on, that was it on that.
Okay, what you got? Huh? Go ahead.
This is my.
You got something? Okay, go ahead. Read that.
John 8 and 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Right. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Well, it ain't. Don't read that. Read that. It's not going to make you Edomites free. Go ahead.
This is Micah 2 and verse 2. And they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away.
Who's that? Who covets fields and takes them by violence? Oh, which nation can we put that on? Huh? Who covets fields and take them by violence? Go ahead.
So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
And that's what they do. They're over here in the Native American land and they're dictating them what to do. Well, that's oppressing a man in his house, even a man in his heritage, man. Oh, go to Hawaii. They're doing the same thing to those people. If you go to Australia, they're doing the same thing to those people, man. Forcing them to take his concoction. All right? That's oppression, man. You understand? Go ahead.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 36 and verse 26.
Yep.
Who will trust a thief well appointed, that skippeth from city to city?
Woo! Who would trust a thief? My goodness, Ak. You're in the camp, bro. Give me John 10 and 10, brother. Give me John. Hold on. They're gonna read that one again, bro. Now you don't read that type of one time. Bro, read that.
This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 10. And it reads, the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
So everywhere Esau went, what did he do? Did he bring love? Did he bring this love with his? When he went to Afghanistan, is Afghanistan a place he brought love to? No, that place is destroyed. That's known as the graveyard of kingdoms, man. All right, the amount of death that these so-called white people brought to Afghanistan, man. Iraq, the same thing. All right, Lebanon, the same thing. Australia, the same. Wait a minute, there's a pattern here. You understand? There's a pattern. Read that again. No, read this again first.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 10, and verse 10.
Yep.
The thief cometh not, but for to kill, to steal, and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly.
And I say, Yahushua is going to give his people life. He's going to give us life.
That's right.
Because under this kingdom is nothing but death over here. Right. This is the valley of the shadow of death, starting with America, man. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 36 and verse 26.
Yes, sir.
Who will trust a thief well appointed?
And Esau's that thief. Everywhere he went, he was stealing natural resources. And he's doing that to this day. He didn't stop, right? Oh, it wasn't me. You didn't stop. You never stopped. What do you mean it wasn't you? You're still doing it. You devil. Go ahead.
That skippeth from city to city.
A thief well appointed that's skipping from city to city. Just going around the earth stealing. And pillaging and destroying. That's all he's doing. Go ahead.
So who will believe a man that hath no house and lodgeth?
He's even doing that to his own people. Right? The Russians are going into Ukraine. They're of the same nation, man. All right? So showing you that Esau doesn't give a damn, man. He'll pillage anything, man. That's why you got to be taken out of power. What?
So who will believe a man that hath no house and lodgeth wheresoever the night taketh him?
Well, your house is in Edom. Your house is in Mount Seir, man. What are you doing over here? Why are you here? Right? You wake up in the morning, a woman's supposed to be gone. Why are you here? All right? Why are you Edomites here, man? You're supposed to be in Mount Seir. Petra, man. That's where you belong. You don't belong here. You don't belong in Europe either, man. Don't get it twisted. All right? We got to get those ancient icons, man. We got to start bringing. I'm gonna make a sign with one of them ancient icons. I'll show you that the rulers of Europe, going back into the Byzantine Empire, the Dark Ages, were our people, man. So-called black people. Okay. There's even a image where they had the so-called white people in captivity. There's a bunch of images like that, man. All right. They even had a chariot. They even had a chariot that was burning. They had the guy. I think it was an angel with a key in his hand. All right. And then the chariots was burning them Edomites in the image, man. If I get that, I'm gonna put that in my house, man. Right? What you got, bro?
This is Job.
No, what you got, bro? You got something?
That was it on
Was it on that? What you got?
This is Job 24. I'm gonna start at 16.
Sir.
And the dark they dig through houses which they had marked for themselves in the daytime.
Well, that's what they did with this land. Yeah. They came, they said, okay, whatever's not, what do you say? Whatever we write or whatever's not, what did they say? They said some shit. Whoever Edomites are not there, right? They, it's free land, you know? That's what they said, roughly paraphrasing. Yeah, get out of here, Esau. Okay, Esau. Okay, buddy. Go take your medication. Take your medication. Go ahead, man. Take your medication. Go ahead.
13, go ahead. Job 23 and verse 13.
Take your medication, buddy.
They are of
Take your medication. Read.
Job 23 and verse 13.
Ignore Joe Pesci. Go ahead.
Go home.
Go ahead.
They are of those that rebel against the light.
They are those that rebel against the light. Lord. Rebel against the light. They don't like the light, bro. They don't like because their days are evil. Okay, read that again.
Job 23 and verse 13.
Yes, sir.
They are of those that rebel against the light.
Ooh, they rebel against the light. They don't like the truth, man. These Edomites the main enemy of the Edomite is the truth. Okay? That's why you have Edomites, they grunt, they're walking by their mad because the truth is coming up, man. You understand? That's why they're fighting against that critical race theory. They call it theory, but it's fact. It's critical race fact. It's just going into the depths of what they were doing, man. All right? That's what he's trying to go against that. That's why when he makes a movie about Christopher Columbus, he paints him as this good guy. I'm like, we were watching this movie, we're like, well, this is not, who is this guy? Who art thou? We don't know who this guy is. That's not his history. That's not what he did. But Esau's all about that lies and deception to paint himself as good and to really paint our people as negative. That's another part of his lie. All right? You see? That's why you'll have a documentary about R. Kelly, but then Epstein has a whole island Where's the documentary on that? Where's the big kerfuffle about that? Right? They got Bill Gates into an interview and said, oh, you were with Epstein, and he was a pedo. What's up with that? He's like, well, he's dead now, so I don't got to talk about that. And they never questioned him again. I'm like, wow. Amazing.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Go ahead, man. You devils, oh, they're not in trouble like other men.
That's what I was thinking of.
Go ahead, read that.
Job 23 and verse 13. They are of those that rebel against the light.
Yep.
They know not the ways thereof, nor abide in the paths
They rebel
thereof.
against the light. Who's the light? We have the light, man. The Israelites, okay? Not Ishmael, not Moab. The Israelites have the light, okay? Starting with the elect. Okay? More on that?
Yep. The murderer rising with the light killeth the poor and needy, and in the night is as a thief.
Yep.
The eye also of the adulterer waited for the twilight, saying, no eye shall see me, and disguiseth his face. And the dirt they dig through houses, which they had marked for themselves in the daytime.
They mark, they steal a house. They say, oh, this is Edomite territory. This is so-called white land. This and that. And they just came and just took land. You know? They just came and just took shit. And Gad was so generous, they were ready to offer them something anyway. But no, they said, no, we're going to take it, we're going to take everything. Okay? Go ahead.
They know not the light, for the morning is to them even as the shadow of death.
Yeah, the morning is to them as the shadow. It's the opposite. That's right. Because the wicked is an abomination to the righteous, and the righteous is an abomination to the wicked. All right? Like Dr. Octopus. Spider-Man is an abomination to Dr. Octopus, man. And Dr. Octopus is an abomination to Spider-Man. You understand what I'm saying to you? So the wicked is an abomination to the just, and the just is an abomination to the wicked. You understand? That's why they hate us. That's why they hate this word. Go ahead.
If one know them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death.
Yep.
He is swift as the waters. Their portion is cursed in the earth.
Yep.
He beholdeth not the way of the vineyards.
Yep. That's it, brother. What you got? What you got?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Right, like the Native Americans, right? They were at peace with him. They came, they were offering him, they taught him how to eat. They gave him food, right? They were damn near about to starve when they got off the boats, right? Nursed them to health, and what happened? They put their hands against him. Go ahead.
He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. But war was in his heart.
War was in his heart, and his heart is warm. Esau could smile. Esau's so deceptive with it. He could smile. He could buy you a coffee, all right? Pat you on the back, and go back home and call you all kind of nigger and I hope they all die. All right, he could do that, and he'll have a straight face when he talks to you. That's why you Jakes get deceived by these devils, man. You Jakes actually get deceived by Esau, man, because he could do that to you. Oh, they're not all of them, but even their friends, they're talking shit against them at home, man. So you Jakes, you deserve what you get, man. Oh, them Nigerians in Ukraine is finding out.
Yep.
Right? The Nigerians in Ukraine is finding out what's up. They ain't treating them Nigerians as equal citizens in Ukraine. All right? But you got Jakes on their profile pic. Prayers for Ukraine. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you Israelites, man? What's your problem?
What? Psalm 36 and 2. For he flattered himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful.
That's Esau, bro. That is Esau. That's the description of Esau. He flatters the most. He believes his own hype. He'll put out the hype, right? I'm gonna make a fake article about myself, and then he gets confidence based upon the fake article that he wrote.
That's right.
Can you imagine that? Right? You say, yo, I'm the top NBA player on the earth, and you're actually coming on the NBA court like you could beat LeBron and all these different top NBA players because you wrote an article about yourself, a blog about yourself. This is Esau. This is the Edomite. Okay? What you got, bro?
Psalm 73 and 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Yeah. And that's how a lot of our people think. They look at how Esau's living and they're envious at him. But how did Esau get what he got, right? How did he get? Did he get it through good means? No, he got it through wickedness. So that should let you know, listen, you don't want to be an Edomite, man. And furthermore, these Edomites are never satisfied.
Yeah.
So they're really empty, man. That's why you have a so-called white man who'll lose his job, jump off the damn bridge. Wait a minute, what the fuck? Just thug it out, rough it out. What's wrong with you? Ready taking a nose, taking a nosedive off the damn tower, man. Right? But Jake will have no job. Jake will be homeless if he child. You know, it's bright outside, body's good. Right? So there's a scripture that said there's one that have great riches but is in poor, that is poor, in poverty. All right? But there's one that is in poverty but has great riches, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? You Edomites, no matter what you got, you guys are still Edomites, man. Let's just keep it real. Oh, you got something, bro? You got something? Oh, go ahead.
For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
Yeah.
They are not in trouble. They are not in trouble as other men.
Right. Epstein. There's all we got. Epstein, Bill Gates, all these wicked Edomites. They're doing all kind of wicked things behind the closed doors, and they don't get reprimanded for it. They don't get put in jail, right? But Jacob have one crack rock. 12 years. Go ahead.
Neither are they plagued like other men.
They're not plagued like other men. That's called what they call it? White privilege.
Yeah.
Edomite supremacy. Go ahead.
Therefore, pride compasses them about as a chain.
Yep.
Violence covereth them as a garment.
Yep.
Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish.
Yep. That was starting with the elites. Okay, the elites, the Rothschilds, they're hoarding all kind of resources, and they're not sharing it to not even their own people. So blame you if you want to get mad at somebody. Get mad at the elites. Get mad at the bankers. Okay, because you could at least have got a piece of your blessing. Now my suggestion is this to you Edomites, man. Just get your credit up there. You know, go to go get a credit card, the highest limit. If you could get 100,000, you get 75,000, get that. And then just do what you want to do. What you want to do, man. Max it out. If I buy a Bugatti, right? Get a hotel, buy all kind of models, whatever you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, bro. Because there's no more after this, man. Go ahead.
They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily.
Yeah, they speak loftily, man. All right. But they say until like get into the tabernacle.
Yeah, if you go down.
Keep going. Oh, you ready already?
No.
Oh, keep going.
They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
Yep.
Therefore his people return hither, and waters of full cup are wrung out of them.
Yep.
And they say, how does the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High?
Yeah.
Behold,
Can you believe in some sky daddy? That's how Esau talks. Is there knowledge in the Most High? Right? Go ahead.
behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches.
Because Esau is the ungodly. He's an ungodly people. Right? Go ahead.
Verily I have cleansed my heart in vain, and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning.
Right. We've been chastened. We've been catching hell. All right. Going through them curses, man. Going through that punishment. You see what I'm saying to you? But it's gonna be lifted. You understand? Give me Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Zabak, give me that. Okay, Deuteronomy 30 and 7.
The thing you wanted.
Oh, you got it? Go ahead.
Verse 17, and it reads, until I went to the sanctuary of the Most High, then I understood their end.
Right, so now we understand their end. You see, before when you're in the world, you didn't know what was going on. You saw all this Edomites are wicked and the oppression ain't gonna stop. But we see their end. We understand their end. Okay? So we're comforted by that. You see, the Jakes in the world, they're not comforted because they don't know the truth. The truth is what sets us free, man. Okay?
Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou cast them down into destruction.
Oh, get me Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter. All right? What you got?
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord thy power shall put all these curses upon thine enemies.
This is a comfort to us. All our enemies are going to get these curses. Dealing with you so-called white people, you so-called Arabs, you so-called Chinese, so on and so forth. all our enemies are going to get these curses upon them, man. All right? The curse that was put upon us, the Lord's going to take them off and put them on our enemies, man.
That's right.
All right? Especially you Edomites, man. Okay, go ahead.
And on them that hate thee,
And them that what?
and on them that hate thee,
You know what proves they hate you? Look what's happening in the Ukraine. Are they letting you Africans, you West Africans on the boat? Huh? Or on the train? No. They're showing you their true colors, man. And when you let these devils get, you know, when it gets into a situation when it's dire, these devils are gonna show you how they really feel, man.
that's right.
Okay, let's say if the food shortage comes, these devils ain't gonna show you no love. They're gonna show you pure hate, like they always do. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, and verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and the people of my curse to judgment.
Get me. Thou hast said that they are nothing. Get me that. Okay? Because these other nations are nothing before the Most High's people, man. Before Yahweh Shem Yahweh's people, man. For the Heavenly Father's people, man. You hear me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Second Ezra 6
You heard me?
and verse 54.
That's right.
After these, Adam also, who thou madest Lord over all thy creatures, of him come we all.
Adam, who thou madest Lord of all that creature, of him come we all. We all come from Adam, right? Yes, we do. Go ahead.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Also the chosen people, the Israelites, which is us. Ishmael's not chosen. I don't care how much they call it Allah, they're not chosen by God. Okay? By the Most High, by Yahweh. The Edomites are well, Esau is chosen. The so-called way, they're chosen to be the devil. They're chosen to be the curse of the Lord. You understand? So you can be chosen for different things. Go ahead.
All this have I spoken before thee, O
Yeah.
Lord, because thou madest the world for our
He
sakes.
made the world for the Israelites' sakes, man. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the people scattered around the earth that descend from you. All right? He made the earth for our sakes, man. Keep going.
As for the other people, which
As for these other nations, we all bleed blood. Yeah, we all bleed. So do dogs, so do cats. Keep going.
which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
So the Lord looks at these other nations as nothing, man.
That's right.
That's just how it goes. That's just the facts of them. We're just giving you the facts. All right? Don't shoot the messenger. We're just telling you what it is. Go ahead.
But be like unto spittle,
Uh-huh.
and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
So listen, they're likened it to a drop. You know what I'm saying? So they're of none worth. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 57, and now, O Lord, behold
And
these.
they're clearly the enemies of our people. So I don't know what's wrong with you jakes, man. They clearly show every day them nations show you they hate you, man.
Yep.
So what's wrong with you? What's your problem? Go ahead.
And now, O Lord, behold these heathen, which
These
have
heathen, these other nations are heathen, which means what? Country dweller. That's what it means. It means they're outside of the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us.
And now they're over us. Get the heathen shall get up before thee very high. You can get that. Deuteronomy 28. Go ahead and read that. No,
Salaki,
keep going. Salaki.
have begun to be lords over us,
Yep.
and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, thy fervent lover,
Yep.
are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance?
Why
with
are
the-
we on the bottom? That's why our people are asking, why are we in the ghetto? Why are we in the project? Why is that, all of our, our lands is the worst, Why are we in the bottom? Why do we be hated by all these other nations? Well, the Lord's about to answer it right now, man. Go ahead.
Why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How
Go ahead.
long shall this endure?
How long shall this endure? All right, how long shall this endure? No, go ahead. No, that's all good. Let it record. It don't make no difference. The truth don't stop. Go ahead.
That was it.
That's it? What you got, bro? Oh, it's like, you ever asked?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 43.
Yep.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
The stranger, the other nations, man, the heathens, all right, that is above, that is within us, right, get up above us very high, right? That's all you have in so-called black neighbors. You got all the Chinese stores and Arab stores, all right, them Elamite stores, Because what? They got up above us very high. Because what? We're under a curse. Go ahead, read.
And thou shalt come down very low.
Yes, sir.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
That's why we're in the condition we're in. You see how people always asking why they're in the condition? Well, this is the answer right here. All right? This is the answer right here. Okay? Those Jakes that came up at the beginning, those Levites, they didn't know why they're in the condition they're in. All right? But this is the condition right here, man. Go ahead.
Verse 46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So these curses are upon us for a sign and for a wonder. So you could know who the Israelites are. Who you never forget. Go ahead.
And upon thy seed forever.
Right. And it's gonna go on until the Lord comes back. Which is very, very soon. Very, very soon. Now we only have a couple more prophecies to go, man. The mark of the beast, MOTB, all right? And the World War III, okay? Against Russia and America. And Russia's gonna destroy America. Okay? That's thus saith the scripture. Not just Russia, but their allies as well. Okay, that's all biblical prophecy. All right, go ahead.
This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise to the prey. Until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Yep.
For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation.
So that's what they're doing. See what that thing that's happening in the Ukraine right now? That's not the start of World War III. It's gonna start. It's gonna be with Russia, but it's gonna start with more in the Middle East. Okay, dealing with Iran, especially with the state of Israel. Okay, those Amalekites. They're gonna really kick it off. They're gonna really force America to back them up, and that's what's gonna draw them out to war. Get me Jeremiah the 49th chapter. Okay, in the 20th verse.
That I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger.
Why? Because of their wickedness, man. Because all that wicked they've done. And especially also what they've done to his people, to us, man. Get me Joel the 3rd chapter. Start from the tip of the top. You got it? Read
It's the book of Joel.
There's a little bit more in it.
For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
That's right. Go ahead. Read Joel the 3rd chapter.
This is the book of Joel.
And you know what's funny? All these nations, they copy our style, man. Yeah. All these nations, they want to be Jake, but then they look, they talk against Jake. All right? The blues. Who started all these genres of music? It's all Israelites, man. Blues, rock and roll. All right? Jazz. That's why it says that Jacob is the former of all things. Meaning we created everything, man. All these inventions. The street light, the gas mask, the fiber optics, man. The internet, man. The father of the internet. That was a so-called black man, I believe, from Nigeria, one of them places. The toilet, all right? The cell phone. This is shit we don't get credit for, man. When you think about it, you really think it's a so-called white man who invented it. But it was really a so-called Negro. All right? Go ahead, man.
Joel chapter 3 and 1.
Yep.
For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
So there's going to be a time where the Lord is going to take us out of captivity, because we never left captivity. If you have a social security number, you're under somebody. If you need a passport to travel, you're under somebody. Somebody is your master. Let's be real. Really, everyone's in slavery now, but he's focused on his people. Because we never were free. We never were rested. What is to get reparations? What does that mean? To repair. When you repair, when there's a store, a reparation store, it means to repair. We were never repaired. We were just put out in the world, so to speak, man. Okay? Go ahead.
I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So all this war that's getting ready to get started, right, with Russia and America, that's all for us. That's all for his people. Okay? Also for their wickedness, but it says right there, he said that he's gonna do it because of what they did to his people, man. Or for what was done to them. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
Ooh, so he's pleading with them for his people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay? And mainly the elect. The elect is the only ones that's going to be delivered in this time, though. Okay? Go ahead.
Whom they have scattered among the nations.
Right, and we've been scattered. Matter of fact, you have an Arab slave trade still going on with West Africans and the Arabs and the slavery under them Arabs, man. All right? Tell me that ain't true. I've seen videos of that, man. Okay? So we're still in captivity. Not just them, but the Elam and Elam land. Okay? amongst Moab. You see? We were scattered all around the earth. Go ahead.
And parted my land.
Yes, sir.
And they have cast lots for my people.
Yep.
And have given a boy for a harlot.
Yep.
And sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine?
Right, because those Hamites, right, which we're not Hamites, right, you have dark nations that are not the same, right, like the so-called Africans, the natural Africans, they're not the same people, like the Cushites, right, the Ethiopians, they're not the same as us, okay, the Canaanites, them Kenyans, they're not the same as us, all right, although you have Israelites amongst all these other nations, the majority of them are Hamites, the majority of them are other nations, and they sold our people into slavery under the so-called white man, the Edomite. So go ahead.
Khan, will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I recompense upon your own head.
Yep.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
So you sold the Israelites unto the Grecians, unto the who? The Edomites, man. So it's telling us, speaking about the slave trade right there. This is an account of the slave trade, okay? And some of the nations that were involved in it, man. And he's saying that he's going to recompense them for that, man. Go ahead.
That ye might remove them far from their border.
Right, what's our border? The land of Israel. That's our land, you see? You might remove them, okay? Which what? We remove from what? The eastern hemisphere to the western hemisphere, across the water. Go ahead.
Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them.
He's gonna raise us out of the place where we have been sold, man. Whether you're in Jamaica, okay, Haiti, all right, America, the Lord is gonna raise us out of the place where we were sold. Go ahead.
And will return your recompense upon your own head.
And he's gonna return it upon their head. These other nations are gonna get it. Starting with the Edomites, the so-called white people. They're gonna get it the worst. Go ahead.
And I will sell your sons and your daughters.
Is there going to be slavery in the kingdom of heaven? Yes. And we're going to sell these other nations, man. Starting with these Edomites. We're going to be trading these Edomites a lot. Okay? Go ahead.
Into the hand of the children of Judah.
Into the hand of the children of Judah. Go ahead.
And they shall sell them to the Sabins, to a people far off. For the Lord Yahweh had spoken it.
Right, so you're going to be sold to them Hamites, man. Right, the ones you had, you see, you had you'd have the television commercial with the fly on their eyes. We're going to sell you Edomites to them. And you're going to be a servant unto them. All right, and then you got, Ishmael, whoever else, man. These other nations are going to be trading these Edomites, man. Okay. And it's going to be cheap, too. It ain't going to be that expensive to buy an Edomite. You know when you buy something that's inexpensive, you don't really treat it right. Yeah. Right? You get a pair of shoes, it's $50. You're running in the mud, you know? But if you put $1,000 on a shoe, you're not coming outside like this. You're not coming outside this way. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to show you Edomites on discount. You're going to be a lot of discount Edomites. Oh, one Edomite, 50% off. Go ahead. Oh, so now you got something to do.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 30.
Yep.
Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee.
That's right.
Miserable are they that afflicted thee.
Oh, miserable are they that afflicted thee. So the ones that afflicted us, they're about to be miserable, man. Okay, they're about to be miserable. Go ahead.
And rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
Woo. Miserable are the heathen who we serve, man. Because they're gonna be put in captivity. They're gonna be cursed. You see what I'm saying to you? Go ahead, bro.
Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
Yeah, they're gonna be grieved because they're gonna be desolate, man. Go ahead, keep going.
For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting,
Yeah.
long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time.
Right, dealing with who? Dealing with who? Huh? Babylon. All right? What you got, bro?
This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and
Yep.
all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Yep, they refused to let us go, man. Just like Pharaoh refused to let us go, man. These Edomites is refusing. Because Esau know the elites know the prophecy. They know that we're the children. They know that we're the Israelites. They know that. Okay, when they took us, they knew that. All right. They refused to let us go, man. Okay. They refused to let us go, bro. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 5. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand.
Right, he's giving them into the hand of these Edomites. He's giving us into the hand because we disobeyed his commandments. It's very simple to find out what happened to our people, the Israelites, man. Okay, go ahead.
Thou didst show them no mercy.
But the Edomites didn't show us any mercy. Go ahead.
Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Yeah. Keep going.
And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart,
Yeah.
neither didst remember the latter end of it.
Right, you didn't remember that you have to be judged for that. You don't remember all the things you did around the earth. You have to be judged. Specifically to the Israelites, man. All right? Go ahead.
Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Yep.
But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day.
Yep.
The loss of children and widowhood.
Yeah.
They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Right. Because Esau's this whole society is about witchcraft. And behind the closed doors, doing all kind of sacrifice and incantations and throwing up the 666. Everyone's throwing, oh, they got the, what are they, bloods? They're from the blood gang? Everyone's a blood now. Right? You got actors that are bloods, right? Come on, bro. That's all the 666 they're throwing up. All right? Started with Jim Jones was heavy with that, man. Brought that a lot, you know?
Jim Jones.
Yeah, Jim Jones. I'm talking about the rapper, man. He brought that in. But now you got all these regular actors, actresses, models.
Because I see Jim Jones too this morning dressed as a woman.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's juiced in. He's juiced in, man. He's sold out. Okay. Get me. I want to deal with Isaiah 11 and 11. Let's get that because we have Israelites that are scattered amongst these different nations. I'm going to bring that balance in. That look like these other nations that speak their language that are really our people. Okay. They might be speaking of the Arab language. They might be speaking the Hindu language. They might be speaking they might look like Edomites. Okay, but they really are people that are scattered amongst them in the spirit. So, you know what's the best way to determine it? It's going to be through this word. Okay? Yeah, who has Isaiah 11:11?
Isaiah 11 and verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to cover the remnant of his people.
Yeah.
Which shall be.
I can give you an example of an Israelite that's one of our people that looks like another nation. DJ Khaled. That's an Israelite. All right? That dude, he got flavor. He got the same flavor as an Israelite. Man. So through the spirit, we know he's one of us. Man. Okay? Go ahead.
What shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea.
Right? And so this is where all the Israelites are going to be scattered. They're going to be scattered amongst all these other nations. All right? This is where you go into the Gentiles. So when you go even into the book of Acts, it speaks about Israelites from all different places, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the corners of the earth.
Right, so we have our people that are dispersed amongst all these other nations, speaking their language that they even look like them. All right, they even identify as them because they don't know any, you know. That's how they grew up, right? More on that?
That was it.
That's it, boy, bro.
This is Jeremiah 9 and verse 25. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will punish all them that are circumcised with the uncircumcised, Egypt and Judah and Edom and the children of Ammon and Moab and all that are in the uttermost corners that dwell in the wilderness. For all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart.
Right, yeah, because also they're mixed amongst those nations. But what determines if you're an Israelite, who your father is, man? You have to go through your forefathers, right? So it doesn't matter who we even if we lay down with any nation, however our sons come out, those are still Israelites, man.
That's right.
No matter if it goes down 80 generations, those are still Israelites. Those are still sons of God. Okay? You understand? So that's why we have Israelites that look like other nations, because they've been laying with when we get around the other nations, what are we going to do? We're going to be celibate? No, we're going to sleep with a woman.
Right.
All right? Get me Numbers 1 and verse 18. Get that, Shaquan. What you got?
This is the book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Yeah.
And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation.
Out of every nation. And you know what? They could have proved that they were, a lot of these Jakes that were called the Gentiles, they could have proved that they were Israelites. Why? Because they didn't have the records. Back then we were big on records. We need to, where's your lineage? Where's your pedigree? You know, we had the books, we had, to see who was who. Okay, but if you didn't have that, you couldn't prove that you were a Levite. You couldn't say you couldn't be talk about your priest, because you needed those records, man. Go ahead.
Out of every nation under heaven.
Yeah.
Verse 6. Now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together, and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language.
Yeah.
And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are not all these which speak Galileans? Salakia, the water. Are not all these which speak Galileans? And how hear we every man in our own tongue?
In our own tongue, because they were amongst those different nations. All right?
Wherein we were born.
Yeah.
Parthians and Medes and Elamites. And
Elamites. Elam is a whole other nation. But there's Israelites that are amongst those nations, even till now. Okay? Imagine the Israelites that were amongst them going back to this time. They look just like Elamites, bro. They look just like Elamites. They follow the culture, but they're our people. Okay? Go ahead.
And the dwellers in Mesopotamia.
That's why, you know what? A lot of those Jakes, right, that look like those other nations, they have a lot of so-called, they have Israelite friends, man. So-called Black, Latino, Native American friends, man. Okay? Sometimes they want to deal with the end up, man. All right? So go ahead. They're going to have to find out the hard way. They got to find out, they got to go through, they got to walk that straight gate. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and the dwellers in Mesopotamia. Babylon, Syria.
Yep.
And in Judea and Cappadocia,
Yep.
in Pontus and Asia,
Yep.
Phrygia and Pamphylia,
Yep.
in Egypt,
Yep.
and in the parts of Libya, about Cyrene, and strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes.
Right, so you have Israelites amongst all these different nations, man. Looking like these different nations. Okay? But they're really Israelites. They're really our people. All right? And we know that through what? The Spirit. Who has Romans the 8th chapter?
Yeah,
It says Cretes and Arabians, we do hear them speak in our tongues the wonderful works of Yahweh.
All right? Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 16.
Yep.
The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
Right. It's the Spirit. It's all about the Spirit, man. And you got Israelites that they're not spiritual at all, so they wouldn't be able to discern, man. Okay? They wouldn't be able to discern. They would have to see a person right away off of looks. They'll judge them, man. All right? We don't do that. We try the Spirit, man. We look at the Spirit, we see what's up, and then we'll make an assessment, man. All right? Okay?
You wanted Numbers?
That was it on that?
Yeah, you wanted our Numbers?
Go ahead.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names.
Right. By the house of their fathers. That's how your pedigree is what? That's your lineage. Okay, when you hear about a dog's pedigree, it's like, what is he mixed with? Okay? I'm saying your pedigree is really just your lineage, man. All right? And it goes through the fathers. All right? So the mother doesn't determine the lineage. She just determines maybe what your features might be. Go ahead.
This is Romans 9 and verse 8.
Yep.
That this they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
Yeah, the children of the promise are counted for the seed. Okay? It's all about that seed, man. So it don't matter who we deal with, man. We can deal with any of these nations. There'll still be, the sons will still be Israelites. Okay? And the daughters. Alright? So we can bring all you M-dubs back. The Lord can destroy all the M-dubs. And they'll still come back. Right? That should humble you. That should be like, God, whoa. You know what I'm saying? That should humble you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So we got humble.
Yeah, but they don't want to. They don't want to be humble, man. They want to stay with their I'm a survivor spirit. We'll see. Go ahead.
This is Ephesians chapter 2 and 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh.
Gentiles in the flesh, meaning what? We are following after those other customs. Okay? But now we're coming back. All right? It's the same. We're in the same position as back then. Okay? Go ahead.
Who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands.
Right.
That at that time ye were without Hamashiach, Yahushai, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise.
Right. They were called circumcision by the what? By the what? The circumcision made by hands. Read that again.
It says that at that time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without Yahweh in the world.
That's it. Right. Did you read that again? What I said?
This is Ephesians 2 and 11. Wherefore remember that ye, being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, were called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh.
In the flesh. Okay, so it's not about the spirit. Okay, in this instance. All right, they're dealing with the reason they're called circumcision is by the flesh, because you had a lot of Israelites going back. Get me that in the Maccabees, man. Get me that in the Maccabees. All right. Get me that in the Maccabees 141. You can even jump down to where it says that they did not circumcise their children. Okay. Matter of fact, read it from 41. Read it from 41. All right. Go ahead.
This is First Maccabees 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and every one should leave his law. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, and set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh.
So this was all a commandment by Antiochus, that wicked ruler. Okay, and what happened? A lot of our people fell into that commandment that he made. All right, and they went, but then there's a lot that kept integrity, and they said, no, we were fighting against that. Okay, those were men of the Lord. Go ahead.
And sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
Right, so even going back then, they were keeping their children uncircumcised, man. Going back to the Greek Empire, man. So when you fast forward to the Roman Empire, those same people are known as what? The uncircumcision. You see? And they didn't have the records, most of them. They didn't have the records. Because they were not allowed to really keep the records. They were not even allowed to profess themselves to be an Israelite. Keep going.
Verse 49, to the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die.
Right, the commandment of the king, he should die, man. All right? So that's why a lot of them consented to that. All right? That's why I spoke about that wicked rule. right? Antiochus, that wicked root, that was a wicked root, and that he did a lot of evil, man. Right? Go ahead.
Well, 1 Maccabees 1 and verse 11, and those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we had much sorrow.
Right. So they wanted to go back. It's the same thing in Egypt. They wanted to go back to Egypt, man. You see? You understand? So a lot of them, what they were following after those customs up until this time, and that's why they call them what? The uncircumcision. Go ahead. There's more on that. Something else?
This is 2 Maccabees 6 and 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Right. So they didn't have the records back then. All right. So that's why they were known as what? The uncircumcision. Get it? What you got, bro?
Baruch 5 and 5. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about towards the east, and behold thy children gathered from the west and the east and unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High.
Right. Rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High. Okay? Read that again, bro.
Baruch 5 and 5. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about towards the east, and behold thy children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High.
Right, that's that scattering, man. Right, so we're gonna be coming from what? The west and the east, man. See, they're gonna be coming back. That's why it says even after the Lord destroyed those armies, there came unto him another peaceable multitude, man. You understand? Go ahead. There's a little more. Go ahead.
For they departed from thee on foot, and were led away of their enemies, but the Most High bringing them unto thee exalted will glory as the children of the kingdom.
Right.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 52, and verse 1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem.
And that means to put on our ways, the ways of Yahweh Shai, the truth. Okay? See, we fell away from our ways. We fell away from the truth. All right? So we took off those beautiful garments. Now you're wearing some ugly looking garments, man. What you got, bro?
For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
That's it. That's it, man. Got something else?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, and verse 1. Comfort ye, my people, said the Lord. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her, that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she has received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins.
Right. Yeah, we received double, man. So Esau's gonna get double. So that's Esau's getting a multiplication, man. He's getting 4 times, man. Right? He started from the beginning. Right? We got double, and Esau's gonna get double again. Go ahead.
It says, the voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make straight in the desert a highway for our power. Every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill shall be made low, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough places.
That just means the meek shall inherit the earth. That's all that means. That means the Israelites that were on the low end of the spectrum, that we're going to be on the high end of the spectrum. Okay? Because we're the natural rulers of this earth. Okay? So I can go ahead, Mahaya.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the 4 winds, from one heaven, so like from one end of heaven to the other.
That's it. That's it. The elect is going to be gathered, man. Oh, get me James 1:1. All right, the elect is going to be gathered. Okay, because what? It's the Israelites, man. The Israelites are scattered amongst these other nations, so the Lord knows where His people are at. Okay. As a matter of fact, give me the tears and the wheats. Go ahead.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 1. James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
So even back then, the 12 tribes were scattered abroad, man. See? Even back then. That's why they were speaking all those different languages, man. Okay? So there's Israelites even now amongst these different nations that look like these different nations, man. Okay? But are really our people, man. We could give you countless of examples, man, through the Spirit. Okay? So if the word resonates, then you might be one of us, man. You might be an Israelite, no matter where you come from, no matter how you look, man. Okay? But it is about the Israelites. It isn't only about the Israelites. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them.
Well, that's it. That's it. Okay, so we're not just going to be brought out of America, we're going to be brought out of the lands where he has driven us. Okay?
And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
Well, that's it. Okay, we're gonna be gathered from all these different nations, man. The elect of our people. Okay? And then we're gonna inherit our land, our rightful land. See? The Lord is gonna really truly beautify the meek with salvation, man. Okay, so we're gonna be on a whole nother level. Okay, we're not coming back, we're not coming as we did in the time of King Solomon. Alright? We're not gonna, the way King Solomon was living is gonna be like a poverty case in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying to you? It's gonna be like someone we shoot a couple shepherds at, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? We're gonna be on a whole nother level, and Jake knows how to stunt, bro.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's how I teach you how to stunt. Yeah, we're gonna teach these other nations how to really do this thing. What you got, bro?
This is Isaiah 51 and verse 3. For the Lord shall comfort Zion, he will comfort her. So like he will comfort all her waste places. He will make her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody.
Yeah. So read that again, brother, please.
Isaiah 51 and verse 3. For the Lord shall comfort Zion.
He's going to comfort us, our people, the Israelites, man. We're the ones that need comforting, man. We're the ones that the Lord is. We're the only ones He cares about. Give me Zechariah 2 and 8. Man. Go ahead.
He will comfort her. Sound like it. He will comfort all her waste places, and He will make her wilderness like Eden, and her deserts, and her desert like the garden of the Lord.
Hold on. He will make their what? Their wilderness Eden. So that means the land is going to flourish, right? When the Israelites get there, the land is going to actually flourish. Why do they not? Why is the land desolate over there in the land of Israel right now? Because those are not the true people. That land is cursed. That land is cursed. They had something called the kibbutz, where they had to bring trees, man. They have to import trees. That's a cursed land. In the kingdom, we're not going to have to bring in no trees. Everything's going to grow. It's going to be the most fertile land on the earth. Because naturally, that area, the Fertile Crescent, that's why it's called the Fertile Crescent. Because it's usually supposed to be fertile. That was eastward in Eden. But now it's cursed because Esau's ruling it, man. Go ahead.
And He will make her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody.
That's it. All right. What you got, bro?
Ecclesiastes 4 and 1. So I returned and considered all the oppression that are done under the sun.
Yep.
And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter.
Yep. They had no comfort. And look at our people, man. They're oppressed under this. This whole society is built to oppress you. It's built to press you down. If you think I'm lying, what do you people really own here? You're paying on your car, you're paying on your house, you're constantly paying, and then you're constantly paying taxes. How the fuck? And the fact that you feel comfortable about that shows you really have no knowledge. It says oppression maketh a wise man mad. All right? The woman is all tainted out here. Right? You get with a woman, you should have been with 80 people before you. Oh, this is my wife. This is an oppressive place, man. This place is terrible, man. Terrible. It's terrible. All right? Read that again, please.
Ecclesiastes 4 and 1. So I returned and considered all the oppression that are done under the sun.
And now you gotta watch out, because now these chicks got the AIDS, man. They've been taking the juice and they've been testing those people's blood, and they've been having the AIDS, man, because they took the shot. All right, so you better watch. You better ask, man. Did you take the juice? Yeah, I took the juice. No, okay, well, I'm not interested, man. All right, I'm not interested. I don't deal with your cut. Okay? Yes, but then it don't really matter, because you might deal with a chick. I didn't take the juice, but then she done slept with a dude who took the juice, so she's still infected. So this place is done, man. We're at a point now. I'm at a point now to say, oh, I'm just become a unit. Become a unit. You know? Shit, man. It's a terrible place, bro. That's why I say you gotta pray over these hoes sometimes, man. You get away. You know? What are you doing? You know, put some anointing oil on there. You know? What are you doing? Yeah, put it in the shower.
It's for protection.
Yo, it gets to that point, because this place is filthy, man. It's polluted, man. I'm serious, brother. Yo, me and my dude, yo, take a shower, okay?
Three times.
Then you come out, got an anointed oil for it. What's that? We don't think anything to do with that holy water, man. We need to really cleanse it, man. We need to mix some myrrh with the frankincense. Get a real, douse it with that, yo. Anointed. Are we gonna do this? What?
It says, and behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter.
You gotta meditate, you gotta throw up prayers, you know? Yo, it's getting deep out here, brother. It's getting deep. What you got? What you got, bro?
Jeremiah 31:10. Hear the words of the Lord, O ye nations, and declare it in the islands afar off, and say, he that scattered Israel will gather him and keep him as a shepherd doth his flocks.
Yep. He that gathered Israel. He gathered Israel, right? He's gonna gather Israel because he scattered Israel, right? Yeah. Okay. So it all goes back. Ultimately, all goes back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay. That's why. All right. The Lord put that upon us because of our disobedience, right? As a people. All right. But now He's going to deliver the elect. What you got, bro?
Real quick, Ecclesiasticus 36 and verse 11. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them as from the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, inherit thou them as from the beginning, because who was the first nation created in the spirit? The Israelites. Although physically we were the last nation created. Okay, but in the spirit we were the first nation created. You dig? What you got, Mahaya? You got something? No, you're still with the slot. What you got, man? Done? Okay, get me go. You have something? What?
John 14 and 26. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name,
say Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I said unto you.
Right. We shall bring all these things to remembrance, because we forgot at one point we were even Israelites, man. That's why the Lord said what? There shall be a falling away first. Okay, so there was a falling away, and then now we're coming back. All right, that's all biblical prophecy, man. Right? You got that?
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse.
Get Jeremiah 14 and 17 and 4.
Baruch 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
Yeah, in the land of our captivities, we're remembering ourselves. All around the world, you got Israelites coming up professing that they're Israelites. All right? That's by the Spirit of the Lord. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
All right, that's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
Yeah.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Right, ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Right? See? So that's it. That's why we discontinued from our heritage. But we're coming back to our heritage. We're coming back to who we were. And Esau's mad about that. Esau's pissed about it. That's why he told him, get out of here, let's go home. You know, he's defeated, man. You know when he goes home, he can't, he's not eating that, he's not enjoying the steak like how, you know, it's not, it don't taste the same. You know what I'm trying to say? It used to taste different before we were out here. I'm telling you, bro. You know? His wife from said, I'm not in the mood tonight. Okay? He's stupid. Go ahead, bro.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 26, I said, I will scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
Ooh, I will scatter them into corners. And you know what? The projects, when you go to the projects, those are corners. Okay? The projects are nothing more than corners. That's where Jake resides, man. Okay? The PJs, you know, the rat up for the PJs, you know, projects, you know what I'm saying? You know? See, and that's a trap too. So when Esau rolls on you, that's just easy work. They just gotta run up in the buildings, like rats. Ain't nothing they can do. They know where to go. One way in, one way out, man. Right? What you got, bro? That's
Zechariah 3 and 3. Now Joshua was clothed with filthy garments, and stood before the angels. And he answered and spake unto those that stood before him, saying, take away the filthy garments from him. And unto him he said, behold, I have caused thy iniquity to pass from thee, and I will clothe thee with a change of raiment.
Yep, that's it. And he's doing that with Joshua, right? Because the filthy garments represent what? A false doctrine. Okay? A false way. See? But now we're coming back to that right way. So even us as a people, we're putting on what? Our beautiful garments, man. See? That righteousness. Go ahead.
Verse 7, verse 6, and the angel of the Lord protested unto Joshua, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, if thou wilt walk in my ways, and if thou wilt keep my charge, then shalt thou also judge my house, and shalt also keep my courts, and I will give thee places to walk among these that stand by.
That's it. That's it. Go ahead, read it.
This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 37
Revelations 11.
and verse 4. Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live. And ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Yes. That's that breath is knowledge. You see what I'm saying? That breath is this knowledge. So we're putting that knowledge on, okay? And that's that breath. And a lot of these people don't have the knowledge. They just have the skin. They just know they're Israelites. Go ahead.
So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise. And behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them.
Give me Isaiah 61 and 10. Right, go ahead.
Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus said Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live.
Right, breathe upon these slain, which is who? The Israelites. Okay, they didn't know they were Israelites. We didn't know we were Israelites in the world. Okay, we're just coming back to that understanding. All right, coming back to our ways, man. That's why you got these young men. They're building up in a different way than the rest of the world, man. They're coming up like men. Now they're starting to learn how to be men. Okay, they're starting to learn how to be men. That's what this truth does. Okay. As we are, we just came back. We were late. We're late to the game, bro. We should have knew this from 12 years old. We should have been in it. You understand? We should have been in it. Okay? If we look at us compared to an ancient world person, they'll look at us like, doubt it. He is slow carnal.
He's slow.
No? In other words, he's retarded, man. Okay? No? Yep. He's but a babe. We talking shit. Come up. Go ahead, bro.
And breathe upon these slains that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
An exceeding great army. And this is what you see here, man. All right? An exceeding great army. Us coming into our righteousness. Go ahead, read that.
Isaiah 61 and 10, which reads, I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in my power, for he hath clothed me with the garment of salvation.
Right, the garments of salvation. Because how are we going to be delivered? By knowing this truth. By having that seal in our forehead, man. Okay? Not by being the best rapper. That you all rap the truth the best. That's not what it's about. It's about having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You're doing the will of Yahweh. Go ahead.
Yeah. He had covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decketh himself with ornaments.
The robe of righteousness, the garments of righteousness. Okay? Which is this knowledge. Go ahead. Well, that's what Adam had. You see? But then when they sinned, what happened? They had to took them garments off. Okay? And put on figs. So that, Esau basically, Adam was just walking around naked. What are you talking about, man? Don't you know that the Heavenly Father himself wears a garment? Why would he bring the people on the earth with no clothes? Esau, go ahead.
And as a bride adorned herself with her jewels.
Yeah.
For as the earth bringeth forth her bud, and as the garden causeth the things that are sown in it to spring forth, so the Lord will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth before all the nations.
And that's it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to spring forth in righteousness before the face of all these other nations. And we're going to teach them how to be righteous. Give me Isaiah the 2nd chapter. Salaki, you were holding something, right? Go ahead.
This is Job 29:14. I put on righteousness and it clothed me.
Woo! I put on righteousness, and that's what we're doing. We're putting on righteousness right now. Okay? Go ahead.
My
That's
judge-
why when we go out, we're not ashamed like you people. When we go, we're not ashamed like you people. Can you imagine just imagine if you took the juice, right? You say you sold ice and how I have to keep my, you took the juice and now they're taking off the band-aids. How would you be able to look at yourself in the mirror? Or you took the MOTB? Death is better. You understand what I'm saying to you? Death is better, bro. Go ahead, what you got, bro?
It says, my judgment was as a robe and a diadem.
No, Mike.
Yeah, switch up some. That's two hearts. That's two hearts. You gotta call it two hearts. Two lives. But Balab. Balab. Two hearts.
Oh man.
Well, one minute he's cheerful. Next minute he's cursing everyone else. He left his garment. Where's your garment? Back into the back. Next time, come with your garment.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Hamashiach, for it is the power of Yahweh unto salvation.
Yeah, we don't have nothing to be ashamed about. We're doing the right thing in this earth. You understand? That's not worried. You got the camera. Oh, you know what? That's good. Let that be a more than cloud of witness. Put it on Snapchat. All right? That's why I waved and I smiled. Go put it on Snapchat, man. All right? Let it be known. Fuck it, man. Fuck it, man. We don't have nothing else, man. Oh, you like one of them now? You know what the other side is like, no pictures. Mahaya's supposed to jump on it. Mahaya's loafing now. They're loafing. No, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Might as well, bro. If you're gonna go into this, go into this. Don't go in. You can't come into this thing, this truth halfway, man. All right, you gotta come in all the way. There's a half step, and you're gonna make it. You gotta be rooted, man, to be confident that you're doing the right will of Yahweh Hashem. Who's reading? Real quick, man. Go ahead.
This is John, chapter 6.
Spiritually, you love the brother. Then you're like, yo. brother, you know, you brothers, I know you brothers is mad, bro. This brother is the precept.
This is St. John 6 and 67. Then said Yahweh unto the 12, will ye also go away? Then Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go?
Right.
Thou hast the words of eternal life.
And that's it. And that's what these garments and this knowledge represents. What? Where does the kingdom of heaven start? It starts within the men of the Lord, the elect. Okay? That's why I said he saw New Jerusalem coming from heaven. Okay? He didn't see a city. He saw what the kingdom of heaven is. It's the people, right? Starting with the men. All right?
And we believe and are sure that thou art that Hamashiach, the Son of the living power. Back to Romans 1 and 16. For it is the power of Yahweh unto salvation, everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. For therein is the right.
Is he only care? Okay, he cares about the Israelites, but then he kind of likes the Greeks too. He likes the fact that they go to the gymnos naked. No, that's speaking about Israelites that were following after another custom. That was more of a generic term back then. Okay, when you say someone's Hellen or Hellenistic, because that was just an Israelite that was following another custom. Because when that happened with Antiochus, that was a mass leaving of the Israelites from their custom. The biggest leaving, really. All right, besides this time. Okay, because he made that law. He made it law. You couldn't even profess to be an Israelite, and he would put you to death. Xerxes didn't do that, right? The Persians didn't do that. The Babylonians didn't do that. The Egyptians didn't do that. We knew we were Israelites in the Egyptian captivity. We were just getting the law, statutes, and commandments. So that's how you know Esau's the devil, man. Okay?
What? This is Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 12.
Yeah.
Verse 11, in whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestined and according to the purpose of him who worketh all things after the counsel of his own will, that we should be to the praise of his glory, who first trusted in Hamashiach.
That's it. The point is.
13, in whom ye also trusted, after that ye heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that ye believed, ye were sealed with that Holy Spirit of promise.
That's it. All right. Go ahead. There's more. Go ahead.
Which is the earnest of your inheritance until the redemption of the purchased possession unto the praise of his glory.
Go ahead,
I had Psalm 132 and 9. Let the priest be clothed with righteousness, and let the saint shout for joy.
Well, that's it. And are we not all going to be priests? We're all going to be priests, man. You see, right now the spiritual man is mad, as the scriptures say. You know, because right now you got people professing themselves to be men of the Lord, and what do they teach you? They teach you that the serpent had legs, but then it was cut out. You know, it was cut out so now he's on his belly because he doesn't have a leg to stand on. That's madness. Oh, he's teaching you that Magog is China. Where did you get that from? Yeah. Where did you get that from? That's not biblical. Read, okay? So go ahead, Mr. Quiet. No, you don't got that? Like, see, I was trying to help you out. I go ahead and say, no, but you know what? I got an intimidation with it, you know? Because now I got to get you clapped. No? Go ahead.
This is Hosea 1 and verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Right.
And it shall come to pass in that place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people.
Which is what? All the places where we're at, okay? It said what? You're not no, those people in the land, those are the true people, which is false. Go ahead.
There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
Well, the truth is overwhelming at this point, okay? Right. Now everyone's starting to realize that we are the people, man. Because the truth is overwhelming, man. There's too much information coming out, man.
That's right.
All right? So they can't hold that lie any longer, man. All right? Even that Egyptian, what's his name? That Egyptian president, Gamal Abdel Nasser. He said what? He said, how did the Israelites leave black and come back white? He's like, who the hell are you? All right? So they had to suppress all that information, man. Okay? Oh, well, of course he died. Okay? They couldn't leave that guy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, whatever they see is whatever they got. What you got, bro?
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, and verse 4. But thou, O Daniel,
Yeah?
shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end.
Yeah?
Many shall run to and fro,
Hold on.
and knowledge shall be increased.
Right, and knowledge shall be increased, okay? Knowledge shall be increased. Every brother, pay attention. Don't worry about that shit. Let's go.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 10 and 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
Yeah.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes, man. Now we're being put in order, okay? Now brothers is learning order, man, because in the world you don't learn order, man. In the ancient world, you know, men understood order to some, you know, that was natural, you know? Now you don't learn order. You learn, oh, who's this nigga talking to me like that? You know? Yeah. Probably got a couple fights because of that, you know, because you're in the world, you know? Order is, oh yeah. The boom 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 box him, you know, some Jake boxes him, the guy. For what? Because he's trying to usurp authority, or because Jake don't deal with order, bro. Jake, you know what Jake wants? Jake always wants the preeminence, man. They always want to be first. They always want to be that guy. If they're not that guy, then they're plotting to be that guy.
It's like looking people sideways.
Yeah, looking at you sideways, you know. In the world, I got a lot of friends that are turning their backs, man. You know, for little shit. It's stupid shit. You know? You might pick up a lot of girls or whatever. And deep down they feel a way about it. Right? You know, so when it comes up to this time now I'm in the truth, it's not the same. They got they rub that shit in your face. That's why you don't take no bitches. I thought we were what's going on, man? I thought we were friends. You know what I'm saying? But it comes out. Man. Because them people in the world, man, they're not to be trusted, man. Just keep it 100, man. What you got, bro?
John 6 and 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
Yeah. And that's what's giving us that life, right? That's why we're living, okay? Oh, Adam was made a living spirit, but you know that scripture? Okay? Get that real quick, man. Okay? That's what this word is doing. It's breathing that breath. Matter of fact, did anyone get Revelation 11 and 8 yet?
Right here.
Go ahead, read that.
Revelation 11, start at 8.
God.
In verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city,
Yep.
which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Look, see, look at the wild. You see, that's why the scriptures say that they're like wild bulls in the net. People are like, oh shit. I think they're really That's why they're taxing and take. Oh, like wild bulls in the net. Go ahead, bro.
And verse 9. And they of the people and kindreds of tongues and nations shall see their bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
Yeah.
And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of life from Yahweh, entered into them.
So now the Spirit is entering into us, and now we're knowing who we are. Now we know who we are. Okay? Esau can't stop this truth. He can, no matter what he does, he can't stop this. This is the Spirit of the Lord working. Man.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
That's it. And the fear is falling. Don't get it twisted, man. Especially these elites. But these other Edomites too, they're thinking about it. And the Lord's plaguing them with dreams. He said he shall pour his Spirit upon all flesh. So they're getting them dreams. Okay? They don't want to speak about those dreams. They don't want to speak it into existence. Right? So they're trying to forget about those dreams, man. They're not going to report it to you. Yo, by the way, I had a dream I was asleep. No, that's a fucking nightmare. That's like if you have a dream you're eating pork. You don't want to express that dream. You want to forget about that dream. It's a damn demon. I was eating pork in a dream, and I had shrimp. You know, dipping the shoe in the, you know. You wake up and you feel defiled. Don't you feel defiled? You have them foul dreams? That's a demon. So Esau thinks that's a demon, but that's really the spirit of the Lord. Okay? Oh, the morning is as the shadow of death. Right? So that's the truth, but it's like the shadow of death. Okay?
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 45.
And that's bullshit.
Bullshit.
Hey, wait something, that's what he said. Bullshit.
Yeah. And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit.
See how it shines. He's made a quickening spirit. I mean, what? He's giving that life. All right? Now we're giving that life to the Israelites that come into this truth. All right? This is where the life is at, man. The life is not in the world. The world is in a dead state. Okay? Go ahead.
This is the book of St. John 11 and 25. Yahushua said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live.
Man, he's going to live because he's going to raise the dead at the last trump. The day dead in Yahushua shall be risen. You see? So they're going to live. All right? And we don't know what we do in the spirit world, but we know where everyone's in their position, everyone's in their lot, because there's order. So if we're in the truth, we gotta have a decent, good position in the. If we're of the elect, we gotta have a good position in the spirit world too. You know. That's why Samuel was pissed when Saul was. What the fuck you calling me down here? You know, that's when he came and asked me, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, I was saying, no, you're gonna die, you and your son. Don't bother me. Because he was chilling, he was having a good time. All right? He was having a good time, bro. Whatever he was doing up there, we don't know. Go ahead.
And whosoever liveth and believeth in me.
Oh, that's why when Yahushua was about to be sent up, he said, what? That you should be with me in paradise. Oh, so it's paradise up there. Okay? Paul looked at the third heaven and said, I can't even utter what's up here. That's crazy. You know? The colors are different. Don't think it's the same, bro. It's different, bro. I don't know if your brother's seen that angel that was at the game, that Red Sox.
Yeah.
Does he not look like an animation?
It look,
It looks like he doesn't even look real.
No.
He looks like an animation. But that's that spirit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
You see when he turned his head, that would look like an animation. That looked like an animation.
shit.
Okay? Which I believe the word animation means life.
Yeah, animated.
Animate means to be animated means to be life. So like, there's more than that? Okay, go ahead.
And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die.
Right.
Believest thou this?
Yeah, but that's how we're supposed to be working. We're here to work. We ain't here to fucking lollygag. We're here to get hands in our pockets. We're here to put work, man. We're not, what are we, statues? No, we're here to put in that work, man. That's the spirit you're supposed to have when you do it. Well, hold on. When you work for Esau, right? You put in work, right? When you were in high school, you got an exam, you put in work, right? So how much more for Yahweh Shem Yahushua? When you whatever you're doing, you put in work. You're starting a business. Okay, let me get this and that. So with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you should have that same spirit. Go ahead. If not, then you have to pray for that spirit. You understand? Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 25, and verse 20. The book of St. Matthew, chapter 25, and verse 28. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which has 10 talents.
Yes, sir.
For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he that shall have abundance, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he has.
So that's it. So if you ain't putting in the work that you're supposed to, that candle's going to be put out. Go ahead.
And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
And that's it, man. Very simple. Okay, that's why the scriptures, give me that Revelation 3 and 6. 3 and 6. Okay.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Well, that's it. So you got go on.
This This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot.
Yeah, he would rather you to be on one side. He's not dealing with those that have one foot in the truth, you know, and they want, you know, and they're in the world at the same time. No, you gotta be dedicated to this. No, we all have things in the world, right? You gotta focus on the things you got going on in the world. If you got something, you know, going on, if you're in whatever, let's say you're ready before you came to the truth, you started a course. You know, you gotta finish your course. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know, if you got a test, but you gotta do it. All right. But at the same time, you have to keep in mind the scriptures. You got to keep in mind Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Well, if you have a job, you got to do your job. You got to go to work and focus at work. But when it comes to, you have to remember the truth. Remember Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Don't put more work in it. You put it at work, and you're more fervent for work than you are for the truth. The Lord is, don't you understand the Lord is a jealous power? Do you know what that means? That means, why did he kill Ezekiel's wife? Because he was into her more than he was into, that was taking his attention away, so to speak. So you have to keep that in mind, man. It's not about us having other things out. It's not about money. It's about the mindset you have behind the money. You have the mindset of Esau, that the money's going to deliver you, because that's Esau's mindset. He thinks the money's going to deliver him out of this. It's not going to deliver you. The money's about to be devalued all the way to nothing just now. Don't you see that they're putting in, don't you see this crisis is causing problems? So you're going to need something different, something higher, you know? That's why we trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Salaki, you got something.
1 Corinthians 7:31.
Yep.
And they that use this world as not abusing it.
Beautiful. Use it, but don't abuse it, man. You go in the world, you deal with the world. You do what you got to deal with, man. And don't feel no way about dealing with the world, but you have to just make sure that your first love. Okay? You deal with your first love how you're supposed to deal with your first love.
For this fashion of this world passes away.
For the fashion of this world passes away. There's nothing here. And there's certain brothers that live, you know, that the menial lives, right? That might be working, but you know, but at the same, they're content.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's it. But that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. It's better than a brother that's getting money, but he's never content, because his emotions is tied to that money. Right. So when it's gone, he's gonna feel stronger than you, or someone that's living a simple life. Right. So when that hits someone that hits, it's not gonna all right. Oh, good. But in him, it might be like, he might feel a way because he was attached to that money on that. That's why it says, huh? Right, that's one. But I was thinking of gain with contentment is great. Godliness, not something to say. Gain with contentment is great. Oh. So you have to have that. You have to have the right mindset dealing with money. It's not that money is wicked. It says what? The love of money is the rule of all evil. It's about what? Oh, damn! There's a scripture. What is that, man? That might be. That might be Sirach 38, where it says, sin coming between buying and selling. Right? So it's all about that. You need the bread to survive. You need that money to survive. What's your mindset? You got it?
It says here, Matthew 19 and 21.
Right.
And Yahushua said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful.
Yeah, because he was keeping all the commandments, but that was one thing that he wasn't keeping. Okay? That was one thing that he wasn't willing to do. He wasn't willing to give it all up to follow Yahushua. Showing you his faith was not on the level. Okay? He was trusting in those riches. Okay? So is he of the elect? I would say no. I would say no. Okay? We'll see, but according to that, he was not on a high level. All right? Because he went back sorrowful, meaning he didn't want to do it. Because his heart was attached to that money. Where?
This is Ecclesiasticus 27 and verse 2. As the nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so the sin stick close between buying and selling.
Well, that's it. So that sin stick close between buying and selling, man. Because money will make people do some things, bro. You think a guy, he's a brother, and then all of a sudden, he gets a Esau opposite him, $50,000 a month to preach false doctrine. All of a sudden, the Most High loves everybody. Like that particular guy. Right? Before, if you look back like 2 years later, they were teaching the same exact things. Breaking it down correctly. Cursing out people who believe that Esau could make it. Double honest to be positive. All of a sudden they switched up. What happened? What changed? The money. All right. So money is very significant to what people will do. Which is all tied to what? You're eating, you're living. You're watering. That's why it says a man shall not live by bread alone, man, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Yahweh. Okay? That's how sin comes at you, man.
Job 1 and 21, and he said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Bless the name of the Lord.
That's right. Right? The Lord give it, the Lord take it away. The Lord will do that to put you, that's why Paul, to put you in a position to trust in Him. That's why Paul said, what? I'm able to be abound and able to be abased. Really, it's a blessing that the Lord put you in those positions because it builds up your faith. Okay? Especially being in the truth, though. Not just being outside, but being in the truth, though. Okay? Because then you get to put your reflect, you get to work out, it's like a workout. You're working out your faith. And you come out, when you come out of that, the Lord shows you He's with you. That's the next level, man. Okay? That's how it works. That's how it operates, man. Okay? What you got, bro?
1 Timothy 6 and 10.
Yeah.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
The love, not about money, the love of it, man. You see? Because they'll, like these elites, these celebrities, right? They sell out for them and they do all kind of wickedness, man, to get it. All right? They do foul sexual acts. All right? They do some type of ritual. All right? Sacrifices. And then you see they always got to wear shades, man. They turn bugged out. And Kanye West, he's bugged out. Because he had to sell, he sold out to Esau, man. And because he's an Israelite, so our people, we have a conscience. Esau doesn't have a conscience. That's why you'll have it. I've never seen a real, except for maybe Britney Spears. She might be a MK Ultra. And then again, she might be a Jake, who knows? All right? But then you got other people that they do it and you don't even notice nothing. I'm just happy to do what I'm doing. But deep down, they know what they've been doing. See, especially Israel, okay? So that was all tied to what? That money, all right? But what's Jake's mantra? Oh, get the bag. Oh, as long as he's getting the bag. So I don't trust nobody that says that. So anyone says something like that, I don't trust them. That's a low life, right? So go ahead.
Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Right, because they coveted after that money. And they ended up destroying their own self. He said he had some. Okay, no? Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 17 and verse 11. As the partridge sitteth on eggs and hatcheth them not, so he that getteth riches and not by right shall leave them in the midst of his days, and at his end shall be a fool.
Well, that's ultimately dealing with Esau. Okay? So ultimately dealing with Esau. What you got, Shaquat?
No, I'm done.
Y'all know? No? You found that yet? When in doubt, use that phone, bro. When in doubt, use that phone. Okay? Because the Lord, you got something? Yeah. Go ahead.
John 5 and 24.
Oh, yeah. You got it? Go ahead.
This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed, Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord.
Right.
It says here, they shall not satisfy their souls.
Which shall not prosper the day. Shall not prosper the day of wrath. Boy.
They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity.
Right, they're not gonna be able to be satisfied, man. That's why Esau's not. That's why it says, gain with contentment is great godliness, man. If you're not content, no matter what you got, you're never gonna be. You know, you're always gonna be missing something. Man. If you're a full person, if you're a full body, you're content. You see what I'm saying? You know, I'm just trying to get some pictures from my crib, and I'm chilling. You know, I'm like, all right, some pictures. I was decorating nice. You know. I'm not like, my mindset is not yo get a house and this. That's not the mindset of it. The mindset is let's get the fuck out of this place. This place is getting ready to crash, bro. Right? So just live, do what you live how you can, do as good as you can in this place, You might go and get, might go buy a nice pair of shoes if you want, something. Do what you want to do. But ultimately, understand this is not the end all be all. Okay? Go ahead.
Thank you. Have a good day. Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath.
The richest profit not in the day of wrath, man. You see what happened in the Deutsche Republic? Okay? That German money at one point, they were using that to burn fire, man, because it was worthless. You see? They had to bring a damn barrel to get a piece of bread, man, to get some bread. So that's coming back, okay, Venezuela, all right, because the economy crashed, all right. So if they had all that money saved up, it didn't do nothing for them. Well, I got $100,000, so that guy was walking around in a suit, his nose up in the air, but now he's now he's poor. What you got, bro?
Ecclesiastes.
A little more about that.
But righteousness delivered from death.
Righteousness delivered from death. So we're not going to be worried, man. We're going to have a different, like how Caleb had a different spirit, Caleb and Joshua. We're going to have a different spirit. We're going to go in there with confidence, man. We're going to be walking around like, because the other people were nervous. Right? They were scared. They're like, oh shit, I don't know, I seen an 80-foot man, they were giving out false reports, the trees are grabbing people and eating them. Yo, you sure? Yo, I seen it. I seen it. You weren't there. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, but Joshua and Caleb, now they went all the way along. Nah, that's a lie. It's this, that. And they came in with confidence in Yahweh. And that's how we're going to move. That's how we're going to operate in these last days, Lord willing. We be of that number, man. And I believe I'm of that number. I'm going to say it, bro. That's what I believe. And that's how you got to think. You got to believe it. There's no point in doubting. And the Lord is showing you that He's with us, man. How much times have we seen suspect angels? You know about that guy, man. Shalom, man. Shalom. No, it's true. Me and the brother said Shalom, and right before he went into there, he looked back and waited. How does he in perfect timing, right at the last end? And that's how the Lord deals. He deals at the last minute. So don't give up faith when you're in a situation, because that's how the Lord deals. That's like, well, did not Daniel have to go into the lion's den? Yeah. You have to go up in there. But did the Lord keep him in there for a year? He took him out. Right? Peter was in jail. Was he there? Did he become institutionalized? Right? No. He started walking with the tray, Yeah, bro. That's how he used to walk in. Drew me back in the day. That's how they all used to walk with LJP in there with the tray, trying to pop style. You understand? Taking people's bread. Peter didn't go that deep. He wasn't that deep. He sat down a few days and then, the angel pulled up, You see? Or Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they have to go in the furnace. They have to go in the furnace. But they didn't get touched by the fire. You have to actually go in. See what I'm saying to you? So you can't put Yahweh Shem outside of time. You can't. Right? You have to just wait patiently. That's what it is. He's going to be looking at, okay. And keep, Scripture says, pray without ceasing, man. So you got to stay in prayer. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
This is James 1:12. Blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
You have to endure temptation. What's endure? I mean, endure means to harden. Endure means to harden. Okay, so you gotta be hard in this thing. Like I'm throwing us things that brothers might know from the world. You know, when I was young, Pokemon, right? You got Geodude. He has a move called Harden, which makes his defense even stronger. He's keep getting harder and harder. His defense is stronger and stronger. But that's what it is. Okay. Oh, Salaki, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right.
Because it's polluted and shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
That's right. So we're supposed to depart spiritually from this place, man. Okay? And if your heart is still in this place, you're not going to make it, man. Give me Isaiah 33:6, please.
Proverbs 24:10.
You have to depart from this place spiritually, man. Your mind can't be in this place. Okay? And that doesn't mean to go overboard. It says using the world and not abuse. That's that's where wisdom comes in. You got to use it too. All right? You're talking to a person that might be able to give you a business offer, or whatever the case may be, a business opportunity. That's like eat a money. Yeah, bro. Use the world, not abusing it, man. The Lord put the Edomite in front of you to help it up. Yeah. It might give you a boost. Go ahead.
Proverbs 24:10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small.
Right. If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. That's when we're going to prosper in the day of adversity. We're going to be even stronger. Okay? The men of the Lord is going to, when these people are bugging out, they'll break it down. Because you know, as soon as if they make anything about, let's say if they say tomorrow, gas is scarce now. We don't know how long we're going to have gas. Bro, the lines, as soon as we get down, as soon as we finish camp, we go down to a gas station, the lines is going to be from here to the next block. You understand? By the time you get there might not be no more gas. You got people putting in water bottles. That's how these people act, right? So when the crisis comes, these people are going to lose their mind. We just gotta be trusting in Yahweh.
That's right.
Okay? And the more he shows you, the more you should be good. Listen, that's why I gotta do a lesson on this too. If your spiritual eye is not open, you're gonna miss the chance to build up your faith. To the spiritual man, all things are spiritual. But to him that is non-believing is nothing spiritual or nothing pure or whatever. Because they're looking at it as this, no, what does that mean? Doesn't mean nothing. But when you have the spiritual eye salve, you see, no, I know what that means. That was a message from Yahweh. Okay? Alright? And Yahweh it doesn't work like, you're not gonna have a guy come up and he said, I am the angel on his forehead. I am the angel of the Lord, written in the Hebrew, man. That's not how it works, man. The Lord doesn't operate like that, man. It's like, you got something?
Real quick.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 10. Yeah. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
That's it. He's chosen us in the furnace of affliction. That's how he's choosing. Okay? He's making sure he's building us up through the fire, man. Okay? These people are getting broken down. Don't let them fool you, man. These people are languishing. Get me that in Isaiah 24:4. These people are languishing. Okay? They're becoming weak. They're feeble, man, as the days go by. Oh, and by the way, there's a lot of those serial killers that's walking amongst us, man. Okay? Those incel Edomites. They might have to, might look like he's normal, have that look in his eye. You might have seen a couple of them pass by. I'm serious, bro. When you watch that movie Mindhunters, I don't know if your brother started to watch that yet. You started to watch that?
Yeah, I finished it already.
You finished it? Yeah. But you see, there's people and they don't know why the dog told me.
The dog.
They're just sitting around the earth. They're just around the earth. You can't convict. You see, Esau's trying to pre-convict somebody. That's wicked. You gotta wait till someone do a crime. You can't convict somebody before they do something. Dummy. But at the end of the day, these guys are walking around. So when all hell breaks loose, they're gonna get to. Oh, they're gonna be happy. What? Right? They're gonna be one of them happy people. Oh, no more police. Get ready. Have a damn superhero suit on. You know what I'm saying? The Spider-Man killer. They'll pull out the bushes. Stab them. And when you listen to the murders of these people, it's all sadistic. It's sadistic. And it's mostly who? Women. No, it's mostly women, but it's mostly Edomites.
I mean, like the victims.
It's pretty much always so-called white men doing that shit. That sadistic murder shit. That murdered 20 people at once, you know? Oh, no, but they killed the woman, you know? He was charming. Put their head on a fucking plate. You know? But he was so charming. All right? But these dudes are amongst us, man. That's one of the reasons seven women are gonna take hold of one man. They're gonna see all that shit going on, and they're gonna be like, yo, we gotta attach ourselves to someone who, you know, who can protect us. And these dudes, they know these dudes ain't gonna protect us, because they're gonna hear them let out a scream, you know? One of them, you know? The Wicked Witch of the West screams.
Oh, shit.
He can't protect you. He can't protect you. He's in the same position as us. You understand? Then you're gonna see brothers, you know, might be a skinny brother, might be, you know, brother not too long, might not be too brolic, might not even have a beard. But he's calm, you know, he's moving, you know. You got a loaf of bread on this side, you know. You got some cremas on this side. The bread. Yo, I must have it. I must. All right? Cake. The brother said, no. I can't understand it. I want to stay with you. Well, what can you do for me? No. What can you do for me? Right? So I can go ahead, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right, the fear of the Lord, man. So that's going to be our stability in that time, man. You see? Even now it's our stability. That's one of the things I mean, he ain't shook it up. They're like, okay, this prophecy, that prophecy. Oh, right, perfect. Wonderful. That's our mindset. These people are like, I just hope there's peace in the Middle East. Ain't gonna be no peace in the Middle East. All right, we're getting ready for the Valley of Jehoshaphat, Yehoshaphat, right? The Lord's judgment. Okay, and these nations are gonna be gathered, and the elect is gonna be the elect is the only one that has a chance out here. Okay, when all hell breaks loose, we're telling you a famine is coming. It's gonna come. All right. These people ain't gonna be able to eat. They're not gonna be able to go to the grocery store and just get a loaf of bread. They're just gonna they're gonna hope it snows so they can melt it down and drink it. That's where we're gonna get to, man. And all these I'm a survivor chicks, they're gonna get to show and prove. I'm waiting to see. I'm gonna be observing to see where I'm a survivor. I'm strong and I'm waiting to see that in that day, man. When all hell breaks loose, man. Because that's not in the Ukraine right now. We don't see that in the Ukraine right now. Okay? So we're gonna get to see that out here. All right? What you got?
Yeah. Psalms 91.
Why aren't you feminists protesting? Why don't you protest what's going on over there, man? Because only the men have to stay and fight. What's up with that? Why don't you protest that the women have to stay and show that they're so equal, man? This whole society is bullshit, man. Go ahead, man.
Psalms 91 and 7.
Yeah.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Right, we're going to see them get destroyed by what? That nuclear fire, man. All right? And the elect is going to be beamed up into the chariots, man. Okay? The rest of them are going to be out here. See? The ones of our people that's trying to save Esau, they're going to get destroyed too. Go ahead.
Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge,
even the Most High, thy habitation.
That's why we're going to be delivered, because we made the Lord our habitation. We're not trusting in this Edomite. We're trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, coming back to our power.
That's right.
Okay? You got something?
That's it.
This is the book of James, chapter 5, and verse 11. Behold, we count them happy which endured. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful.
What did he do for Job? He gave him double, man. He blessed him from the get-go, but he gave him double after he endured that. And it doesn't say, oh, and then thus Job got, 20 years later, then the Lord, no, it doesn't say that. It said he went through some affliction, and it could have been just a quick affliction, man. But it was a hard, quick affliction. Go ahead.
That the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy.
Right. Salakia, you had, who was, go ahead, read what you
Romans 5:3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience.
It's supposed to glory in tribulation, man. All right? When I was going through certain things, man, in my leg, and it's not about me. I'm just giving an example of what, the mindset. Okay? So an example of the mindset. All right? And the ultimate example is obviously Yahweh Shai. Right? Well, I'm just showing you, right? And when I was going through that thing with my leg and my back all at the same time, what was I saying? I kept saying, man, despise not the chastity of the Lord. I kept repeating it, man. Okay? And it was heavy, brother. Okay? It was so much that I couldn't even walk to the goddamn bathroom. That's how it was. You see what I'm saying? There was so much pain, you couldn't even take a leak, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? So, but what? I understood it was what? The chastity of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. I went off anyway. It's me. I'm sinning. See? So the Lord is chastening me, but me trusting in Him will allow. Well, now I'm in a better position than I was then. So Kohalim Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's how it works. You go through something, you trust in the Lord, He upgrades you, man. And it might just be an upgrade in the spirit, but you gotta accept that, man. Because that might be what you need, man. It's like it. Go ahead, Rob. So go ahead. There's a little bit more. Go ahead. Finish that out.
And patience experience, and experience hope, and hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us.
That's right. So go ahead on this.
Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be at a hiding place from the wind, and a cover from the tempest, as a river of water in a dry place, as the shadow of the great rock in a weary land.
Well, that's it, man. All right, that's it. We're gonna be that for them. So when they see us, they're gonna say, "Oh shoot!" Like if you're walking in the sun, you say, "Oh, the damn desert." And you see shade, you're gonna go to the shade. You see water, you're gonna go to the water. That's why they're gonna come to us, man. We're not gonna have to ask them for nothing, man. All right? Swipe right. We're gonna have to swipe right. Right? We're just gonna, we're gonna choose from the pick of the litter. And I'm not taking. I don't care how bad you look. If I see them long nails, man, you go into the go be the best you can be. All right? I'm serious, man. People goddamn down long nails. You know that's a demon. First of all, that's nasty, man. That's nasty. You can't even wipe yourself down. What's wrong with you? Oh, yeah, I can. You just hold it like this, and then they'll try to justify it. You just hold it like this. That's how you clean. Probably clean. Imagine you clean your house like this. Well, what are you gonna get done? Dummies. What? Read that.
This is Job 5 and verse 17. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty.
Despise not thou. Please read that again.
Despise not thou.
From the top.
Verse 17.
Matter of fact, go up 2 verses.
Verse 15. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. Yep. So the poor hath hope, and iniquity stoppeth
the poor. Our people, the Israelites, man. Okay, starting with us, man. All right. Okay? And if you want to go deeper, the elect. Go ahead.
So the poor hath hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth.
Yep.
Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore,
And he corrected us even as a people. Okay? That's what the scriptures say. But let's go deeper. The elect. He's correcting the elect before this judgment, man. Right? So we're not judged with the people, right? The scriptures say that, right? Go ahead.
therefore, despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty.
Yep.
For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole.
Right. So he'll break down and he'll heal. He'll break down and he'll build up. He'll wound and he'll heal. You see? He'll make desolate and he'll restore. And that's what he's going to do. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 19, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, and 7, there shall no evil touch thee. And famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
You're not going to be afraid of the destruction. Okay? We're going to be looking at these people getting destroyed, and we're going to say, "Call you down by Shah." We're just going to keep moving, man. We're not going to worry. Don't be in a worried spirit. Listen, if you're in this truth, you understand this truth, and you fear Yahweh Shah, you know whether you do, you know whether you don't. Man. And your actions will display that too. You'll know when you're faking it from. Okay? You just keep, you just trust in Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
Verse 22, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
And that's it, man. All right? Go ahead, bro.
2 Maccabees 6 and 12.